Kumbe ndo ajua. Wewe hakuna mtu si muoga. Nervousness lazima ikue kila mahali kila siku. Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, start.
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Nadifa Jama and I work at Somo Africa as the regional manager for Coast Region. I'm happy to be here on the KILIFI International Investment Summit, and the objective of the event aligns perfectly with the mission of Somo, which is to empower entrepreneurs to change the world. Our mission as Somo Africa is to enable entrepreneurs to access resources that they need. I'm happy to be here on the KILIFI International Investment aligns perfectly with the mission of Somo, which is to empower entrepreneurs to change the world. Our mission is to be able to implement programs in Mombasa, Kwale, and KILIFI, of course. And in KILIFI particularly, we have had programs in women empowerment, and we've been able to train, generally we've been able to train over 3,000 entrepreneurs and funded over 600 entrepreneurs. Yeah. Thank you, and looking forward to have insightful conversation. Hello everyone, my name is Nadifa Jama from Somo Africa. I work at Somo Africa as the regional manager in the Kenyan Coast region. I'm happy to be here at the KILIFI KILIFI Youth Investment Conference, which aligns perfectly with Somo's mission, which is to empower entrepreneurs to change the world. At Somo, our mission is to enable entrepreneurs from marginalized communities to access resources they need to create sustainable and impactful social ventures that do not only provide income to themselves but have a social impact to their communities. Our programs at the coastal region have been really impactful. We have had programs in Mombasa, Kwale, and KILIFI, and particularly KILIFI, we've had much programs in women empowerment. Yeah. And generally, as Somo Africa, we've been able to train over 3,000 youth on entrepreneurship, funded over 600 youth, and digitally trained over 10,000 youth. We are happy to be here to meet the stakeholders, looking forward to have insightful discussions on how we can scale the economy of KILIFI County, putting young people at the center of it. Thank you, and looking forward to see you.
Bush, the President of Youth Advisory Council, KILIFI County, and also the team lead of Youth Day Initiative, which is a local-led CBO here in KILIFI County. First of all, I'm grateful for joining this session, this summit, which is bringing different partners on board and bringing on board the youth so that we can share one or two on what we know about business or learn from others. As an organization and as a caucus, we focus on sustainability of the future, of which the youth are the main backbone of a sustainable future. So we are calling on board the partners at the county government to soften or to remove the bottlenecks that are there in the business, in the access of loans to the youth, and in the aspect of the different documentations that we require as youth, because they are really hindering us as the youth to access the funds as startup capitals, to access funds as resources to run the business, and other resources that we need. We are calling on partners to come on board and offer, if not loans, we'd highly request to have grants, because we know as a startup, as a youth group, we have so many people, so many youths who are passionate and have creative ideas which are on to date, not ancient ideas. We have new ideas, trending ideas that can deal, that can create employment in the community and enable KILIFI County to move into the next steps. We are so grateful to be in this session, and we're looking forward for more sessions like this one so that we can share our feedbacks, our inputs, and our contribution to the community. Because we own it, we own KILIFI, and we would wish to make it.
So I'll cue in.
My name is Andrew Sikudhani. I run Merem Co-working Space. We are a co-working space and setting up to start supporting entrepreneurs in KILIFI. It's a great opportunity to be at the Youth in Business our event today as we gear up for the KILIFI International KILIFI County International Convention Conference. I think it's exciting to bring the youth together. They define what today is. It's no longer tomorrow. They define what today is. And entrepreneurship is the only way that we have to be able to create a sustainable future for KILIFI and generally for the country. So really looking forward to the engagements that will be happening here. And hopefully that everything that is narrated here, there will be something that will be done about it, especially by the county government. Give the youth as much support as they can so that they can build as many ventures as possible. I think that's going to help a lot in the economy for KILIFI.
Oh, oh, so my name is Maurice Kombe, co-founder of my gas company, located at KILIFI town. And basically what we are doing, we are trying to solve problems through biogas technology, as we aim to reduce the usage of firewood and charcoal in the county. So what I'm looking forward for this summit is that the county should come out and see these opportunities that young men are trying to achieve, to bring solutions to the farmers and the people in need.
Naitwa Clesensha Mchanji kutoka Mariakani Bodaboda Transport, na tuko na miradi mingi. Mariakani Bodaboda Transport imetusaidia sana, imesaidia vijana katika kupeana mikopo. Unapata vijana bodaboda wanaweza kujisaidia. Tumeweza hata kupeana loan ya bodaboda, ambayo loan hiyo tunaipeana kwa 10%, ambayo ni kando na wale wafadhili wengine ambao wanatusaidia washikadau, wao wanatupatia na 30%. Sasa ombi langu ni kwamba kando na bodaboda Transcorp, niko na miradi, wananiita mama miradi Mariakani. Niko na mradi wa unajiita Kaloleni Newdon. It is a mentorship program ambao tunasaidia haswa vijana. Tuko na mradi wa kushona wa young mothers ili kwamba kupunguza mambo ya gender based violence. Tuko na mradi wa vijana wanajiita Taka ni Pesa kwa ajili ya kufanya environmental conservation, wao wanafanya garbage collection. Sasa ilibidi niingie Mariakani Bodaboda Transcorp kwa ajili ya kupata msaada wa fedha. Kwa hivyo ombi langu ni kwamba kama serikali itatusaidia vijana tuweze kuwa na sako yetu, Youth Workaholic Sacco, ambayo itaweza kutusaidia sisi kwa sisi hata katika kuadvertise kazi zetu, katika kupata mikopo. Tunajua kuna mahali kwetu ambako tunaweza tukapata msaada kando na kuingia kwa sako zingine. Kwa hivyo ombi langu ni hilo, na pia tukuomba washikadau waweze kutusaidia kuingilia kati katika miradi, kutusupport, kwa sababu ni miradi mingi ya jamii. Wangeweza kutusupport, basi vijana wangesaidika, wangeweza kuinuka na wangeweza kujisaidia. Ni hayo, asanteni.
Cecilia Mwango kutoka Kaloleni. Mimi ni founder wa Cereal Enterprise. Cereal Enterprise tuna hatch na kuuza vifaranga day old chicks improved kienyeji. Na chenye ningeomba county tusaidie kama vijana ni kwamba jambo la kwanza huwa ni capital. Vijana wengi wako na, wengine tu bado ni idea first, wako na ideas nzuri za biashara lakini hawana uwezo wa kuanzisha hizo biashara. Kwa hivyo kama county ingetusaidia kama na grants ama kama ni loans ambazo ziko na low interest, itakuwa ni vizuri zaidi. Jambo la pili ni market pia. Unaweza kuwa umeanza hiyo biashara yako lakini hujui vile utaingia kwa market. Kwa hivyo pia kama county itatusaidia kwa upande wa market, kutafutia market zile products zetu, pia itakuwa ni vizuri zaidi. Na cha mwisho ni pia inaweza kutusaidia na asante.
Hi, my name is Leila Abdelkhair, and I'm the CEO and the founder of Youth Voices and Action Initiative. That's now. What's here? Hi, my name is Leila Abdelkhair, and I'm the Executive Director of Youth Voices and Action Initiative. Youth Voices and Action Initiative is a youth-led organization. We do program on the areas of young people, in the areas of health, education, economic empowerment, and issues to do with innovation. So today we are here at the conference. So our call to action is to be able now to really dive into innovation and supporting young people and making sure that they get the support that they need. As an organization, we have really provided entrepreneurship skills and building the economic resilience, and also providing the aspect of innovation. So we call out for every person or every investor to be able to support young people and to be able to support our organization so that we can reach to the marginalized community. Thank you.
Good.
Hi, my name is. I can start. Hi, my name is Amos Kenga. I work with the county government of Kilifi, and we are so grateful to the governor and the county government for employing some young people like us, actually in the department of cooperatives, and there are so many of us who are young. And in the field, we work closely with cooperatives of all types, including farmers cooperatives, marketing cooperatives, housing cooperatives, circles, and we also have registered particularly uh, youth cooperatives. From when the governor came in, we've been focusing so much on registering youth cooperatives in the boda boda sector, even in worker cooperatives like those involved in recycling, collecting dirt and making good use of it. So it's been very it's a great experience. And when we are in the field, we find always these complaints about youth wanting to have more access to capital, easy, that can benefit them, affordable capital. And we're glad there is Wezesha Fund, and now it may have to be made more accessible to the youth so that they can be friendly to the youth, and this will be really great for the economy because now realize the majority are the youth. Like for example, in the sub-county that I'm serving in, Kaloleni sub-county and Mariakani ward specifically, there is a cooperative that we registered. It's Mariakani Boda Boda Transport Cooperative, and it's doing very well. It has more than 200 members now, and there is even some lady Boda Boda operators that have joined the cooperative because they are riders, and one of them actually got to be recognized in the Mwanamke Bomba, a citizen episode. So that's really great, and we keep on encouraging them, keep pushing to keep coming together, so that together we can pull as youth people, young people, and improve our lives. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm Kevin New from Youth Day Initiative. To be more specific under business and entrepreneurship, I am among the focal person. My direction today is to appreciate the government, the county government to be specific, for coming with such an amazing conference which aims to bring people and to be specific, the youths in the county, just to boost their skills, to innovate them and empower them in matters pertaining entrepreneurship. My expectation today is to know the upcoming policies that the county government has come up with to promote the youths in business, in whatever they are doing. Another thing is that just to comment on the government to come up with grants and to promote youths who are taking part in these activities in order to empower them to do more. Also, in terms of loan, let them reduce the bottlenecks that are there to ensure that youths access loan services at an affordable fee. Thank you so much.
So with me, as my prior guy has said, I'm Karanja Gishiro from Youth Day Business Group, and we're here ready to focus. We are a youth group that sustains the businesses around the Kilifi Coast and Mombasa region. We focus mostly by bringing in all the youths and giving them the idea, and after we give them the idea, they also give us their own idea, and from there we are able to come up with a business plan, and from the business plan the youths are able to grow both entrepreneurshiply and also to grow their own system of growth. Therefore, we are here today focusing on the conference. We hope the county government, as my prior has said, will give us good grants, and also we also recommend it to give us a better atmosphere of the youth to doing their business. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my name is Winnie Mweni. I'm the Gender and Youth Coordinator for the Bluebees program. Today, I've joined the KILIFI International Investments Committees forum, and for me, it's to call out to young people that in Bluebees we have a lot of opportunities for young people in the blue economy sector. And our implementation approach, we work through local organization, and we anticipate to work with 15,000 young people by 2027. So if there's any young person in business, we call up to you to apply for expression of interest. Is out there. You could go to LinkedIn or all social media accounts and express, or rather apply for our program, to be part of our program. Then the reason why I'm happy is because the youth investment, the forum here really aligns to what we are doing in Bluebees, where our goal is to craft a dignified and fulfilling work for young people in the blue economy. So, and my call to action is county government to amplify whatever young people are doing in terms of access to market, because you realize young people have a lot of products, and the biggest struggle for them is the access to market part. So thank you.
Aqua red.
Yeah, my name is Charles Kamau. I advise on strategic. Let me start again. I'll start again, yeah? Yeah, my name is Charles Kamau. I advise on strategic partnerships, specifically how we can leverage on them for economic advancement. I'm quite happy with the Youth in Business Forum. As we do know, the youth bulge in KILIFI is something that we need to take advantage of, and creating such spaces and creating such forums, especially as a pre-event to the international conference, for us is very intentional, so that we can bring the youth together, so that their voice can be heard. Today we are here to appreciate and recognize businesses that cut across the entire county, and even across most all the thematic areas of that we're going to be focusing on between the 4th, the 5th and the 6th of December during the main conference. I look forward to seeing most of the innovations that the youth have, some of the businesses that they're engaging in, and most importantly, I do hope that some of the pictures that they put out, some of the pictures that they put out there get funding, and some of them can even be showcased during the main conference. So I think my call to action for the youth is that to join us, not only for this particular event, but also even during the conference itself, so that they can network, they can fit themselves within the global space, and also help KILIFI County in its accelerated journey towards economic growth. Thank you very much.
Mustafa alienda wakiandika amechoka. Mustafa alienda wakiandika amechoka.
We are heading to the KILIFI International Investment Forum, which will happen on 4 to 6 December 2024 at Vipingo Ridge. So we welcome all young people who are business partners, business people, to be able to come and network, share their challenges and the innovative ideas towards the International Investment Forum. So I'm here with my big bros who are in the blue economy, and they're here to share their stories, what they've been doing in this innovative space in matters blue economy. Welcome, G.
Yo, what's up? My name is Matano Blair Tuji. I am a tour consultant. I am a co-founder KILIFI Movie Nights, and also a co-founder KILIFI Yachts and Dhows Excursions.
What are you anticipating for the KILIFI International Investment Forum that is coming?
I'm looking forward to build some perfect partnerships that will enable us invest more or even learn more about the blue economy, especially us in the blue entertainment field. Blue economy entertainment, blue entertainment economy. So I'm looking forward to getting more insight and looking forward to the main event that will be happening at Vipingo Ridge. And then we see the investors that we can get into business and see how things go forward.
Have you registered, bro?
Kidogo kuna tashwishi, but we are getting there.
Okay, for those who are registering, we have the early bird, which is 5,000. Then we have the 6,000 package for those who will be late. Then for the exhibition and everything, just go to the link that we are going to post through the live so that you can be able to register. See you guys in the KILIFI International Investment Conference.
Tupatane karibuni.
Tupatane Vipingo Ridge. Bye.
Hi, my name is Wiki Maria. I work with Swahili Port Hub Foundation from Mombasa. Swahili Port Hub Foundation actually deals with youth in the sector of technology, heritage, entrepreneurship, and creative arts. So I'll speak about entrepreneurship and technology because that is where I major in. We support youths by giving them access to investors, grants, acceleration and incubation programs. We ourselves offer acceleration and incubation programs. What I would like or I'd love to urge people out here, we should actually try more and venture in venture capitalism, because we see all investors focusing on big businesses that are already doing well. Yes, down here we have businesses that need those funds. So venture capitalism, I think it's an area we need to explore more as a country, as a county, and at large. Thank you.
Unanikauntia? My name is Sheila Salim. I'm the Executive Director for Youth for Sustainable Development, and I'm also an entrepreneur. My organization works around the area of resilient livelihood, and our main aim is to provide technical as well as also knowledge for young budding entrepreneurs, especially women and young girls, so that they can take up economic opportunities and avenues to build resilient livelihoods. I also represent the Binti Pwani cluster, where we're also building adolescent girls' power, and one of the key areas that we are venturing into is their economic empowerment, so that they have a voice, they also get financial freedom to run their ventures. So our hope in this conference, as we build towards the bigger conference in December, is to see that people network, as well as also we identify potential investors who can be able to invest in our girls for better futures and sustainable development. Thank you.
So hello my people. Yo, my people from KILIFI, youth from KILIFI. I really want to take this opportunity to thank you, the organizers who made KILIFI Youth in Business Summit and Conference. My name is Larry, basically a co-founder of KILIFI Movie Nights and KILIFI Doors and Yacht Rides. Basically, why we came up with this KILIFI Movie Night was because KILIFI has a lot of talents, but it lacks a space to showcase its talents when it comes to artists, also movies, and also to curb the rate of people, the group of people who are not really interested in night spaces such as clubs and which are very, very toxic. So we basically created a platform called KILIFI Movie Nights, where we showcase movie nights and we showcase movies and spaces that and movies that are based in KILIFI, more so that we can accommodate the talents that are raised in KILIFI. When it comes to boat rides and those, we're dealing in blue economy. We take people on rides and those in KILIFIs. Thank you.
My name is Rahma Oda. I'm a researcher. I work for Youth Voices and Action Initiative. We are here at the International Investment Conference, especially in the side of youth in business. My call to action, I just want to say one thing, that for the government to invest in young people and for young people to take the opportunity, because there are so many resources out there, there are so many training opportunities out there, skills building opportunities out there for young people to go out and seek for these opportunities so that they build the future that they deserve.
Amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi. Thank you very much. So now we can proceed for tea. So we have about 15 minutes. We have about 15 minutes to serve tea, and then thereafter we'll pick up the program and continue. So let's proceed for tea. Chai iko ule upande. Ule nisikuambia. Nilikuwa nadhani njaa imewa direct, lakini kumbe mnahitaji direction bado. Chai iko ule upande, kuna wangu wa kulia.
Lakini alikuwa anataka kunipeleka.
Tuendelee. Ulikuwa umetumia? Pauline, I hope you understand these guys are tired already because they've stayed here the past 3 hours.
Okay.
Pole pole.
Hii naisikia leo. I've never known. Hizi mwanzo ni asali hizi zatoka what part of Kilifi? Nataka kujua ni mwanzo ni mikoko ama ni hizi maua nyingine ama ni soko ile arabuku. Which type? Ni mida pale. Because I can see this is very dark unlike this one. Na hii? And why? I mean, does it maybe have medicinal or something that's class? And then how do you do this art? Or you dip it in this? Mimi nataka nijaribu nyeusi. Pesa ngapi? Hakuna nini patie hivi. Sawa mami. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I didn't know you are
They do it. Say the rest. I'll put it. Usually are in.
But these are for the gentlemen. No, we need to. You know, as parents, we cannot divert such some of That is it. Masikio na hiyo chair. Neno president. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. This is KCB. Yeah, yes.
Our valued partners.
Yes. KCB, they offer financial solutions. This one is going to the youth. We have non-products and the key for the youth.
Yes,
Like right now, we have which we are training to be ready for business. So when we look at this, we look at tailor-made products. You know the youth are digital. So digitization is one of our key solutions for the youth, and also we have quite a number of loan products which we can get. And as a county, we also have organization which builds a part
Because like most of them are, for example, for the super universities, their capacity of money maybe might not be that
digital solutions. Yes. So we have institutions. So there are more areas of partnership. Currently we have regulation.
And I like the way part of the conversation is agribusiness.
Yeah. Asante.
conference. So without wasting time, Shaflin, please. All right, a bit of applause, please, for her. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Good morning. We apologize for the delay. Today has been a very busy day. There's a series of meetings happening, so had to juggle a lot of things. I'll go into my speech or my opening remarks. Your Excellency, Deputy Governor Flora Chibule, our Deputy VC, members of the Cabinet present, chief officers present, all distinguished guests, partners, exhibitors, all protocols observed. Good morning to you all. I'm delighted to welcome you to this youth and business engagement as a pre-event to the KILIFI International Investment Conference. Today, we're here to spotlight and empower the incredible potential of KILIFI's youth, a generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, leaders ready to shape the future of business in our county. As we look towards the upcoming conference, it is important to recognize that youth-driven businesses are the backbone of economic growth, resilience, and transformation in KILIFI. Your ideas, energy, and passion have the power to open new avenues for investment, create jobs, and strengthen our communities. This engagement today is a unique opportunity for you to connect, collaborate, and explore practical pathways to scale your enterprises and drive meaningful change in KILIFI. In today's session, we aim to explore topics that are important to you from accessing funding, navigating regulatory frameworks, and leveraging technology and building strong networks. It is our hope that the insights and decisions here will equip you with the tools you need to succeed, to see yourselves not only as business owners, but key contributors to KILIFI's future. I encourage each of you to fully engage, ask questions, and share your experiences. Let this be the start of strong partnerships and inspiring ideas that will carry forward into the main conference and beyond. Once again, welcome, and let's make this a truly impactful event. I'd like to just speak on about the investment conference. The investment conference will give you an opportunity to meet with sector players or industry players in your particular field, to speak to them, to network, to showcase your products, to learn from them. So I'd like to encourage you all to come and take part in it, come and learn, have an open mind, speak to the leaders, government, county government, national leaders, captains of industry, and just learn from them. It's an opportunity for all of us to learn from one another in order to take KILIFI forward. Thank you.
A better applause, please. Thank you very much. Sasa tumekaribishwa. And next, I would like to invite Charles from the Partnerships Office, the Office of the Governor, to just do a quick recognition of partners, and then we will move to our keynote speeches. Going forward, Charles is going to take us through that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I stand on all protocols that have already been observed. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Thank you very much. With such times, Your Excellency, that we understand that youth-led businesses often face barriers, whether it's in finance or market access and mentorship and even policy support. And that's why strategic partnerships are critical. And we've been working with these businesses through the various departments, interdepartmental support, both from trade and even the youth department. And that is why this youth event, which is a precursor to the investment conference, is important. And to that end, I would like to recognize a few partners that have made this day a success. And once I recognize you, just please stand up so that we can also Wave to you, Somo Africa, from wherever you are. Please, tafadhali, Somo Africa, where you are. Thank you very much. A big round of applause to them. Sote Hub, I know you've been quite critical as well. Sote Hub, from wherever you are, tafadhali. I know they're still on their way. Merime Space, through Victor Sikuthani, who is actually our moderator and host for today. Thank you very much. KCB, led by the team lead, Grace, thank you very much. Youth Voices and Action Initiative, makofi kwao, asanteni sana. Swahili Pot, I've seen your teardrop around, so I know you've been, thank you very much for coming from a neighboring county. Close the Gap is also here. Close the Gap, thank you very much, asante sana. Dario Foundation is also here. Thank you very much. A big hand of applause to all of them. Allow me to also now kindly invite Gladys Sanga Jacinta Sanga to make a few remarks on behalf of the KILIFI Youth Assembly. A big hand, tafadhali, in terms of curating youth voices. Jacinta has been critical and working with both the Department of Youth and also of Trade to make this day a success. Just a few remarks from her as we continue. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. My name is Jacinta Sanga, the Youth President, KILIFI. It's a pleasure and an honor to stand before you here today, gathered our partners as well as our esteemed guests, as well as young entrepreneurs. This day actually is a memorable one for KILIFI County and for the youth in business here in KILIFI, because in as much as we are here all today as individuals, I believe we have come together as a community for a common goal. And this common goal is actually to look into those youth that we have in KILIFI that are actually in the business sector. Looking into KILIFI, its geographical setup, as well as the youth in it being the major ones, being the majority in terms of population. We have actually resilience. We have actually talent and all that. But with all this potential, without support, with all this potential, without systems put in place, I believe they can all go to waste. So thank you very much to our esteemed partners, and to everybody who has made it here today to this place for us to actually ensure that those youth entrepreneurs actually make a difference, or they actually drive the economy of this county. Karibuni sana.
Thank you very much for your presidency in the Youth Assembly and coalescing all these voices around the youth. I also want to now kindly invite one of our long-lasting partners, Pwani University. I know most of you are alumni of Pwani University, including yours truly. A big round of applause as we welcome Pwani University, represented here by Professor Guyo, the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of research and partnerships. Makofi tafadhali. And actually, as he comes, how many of you are alumni of Pwani University? Alumni of Pwani University? Hey, very good, sana. Thank you.
Yeah, nilikuwa nataka kumpatia cut, lakini maybe it's too soon. Good afternoon. I think it's just a few minutes for afternoon. I'm in a rush to have lunch. So good afternoon. Yeah, all protocols observed. Madam Deputy Governor, karibu sana Pwani. Mine is just to invite you here as the host, Pwani University, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and all Pwani University. Karibuni to Pwani. Feel at home. We know that we have a representation of some of Pwani University students who are continuing, but we also have a representation of some of the Pwani University students who have finished like him. So you can also be a Pwani University student if you're not. Bado kuna milango. I know youth and business is a big issue. I personally always advised. I used to meet third years and fourth years. I used to advise them, you're doing chemistry, because I was a chemist, and ask them this question: why are you doing chemistry? What is it that you really want? Because I wanted to understand, is it because of their grade that took them where they are, or it was a plan? And I realized most of you come to the university, ni grade yako inakupeleka. Si ni kweli? Yeah, you find yourself here. You're planning, nikikosa kufanya nursing, nitafanya education mwalimu. Nikishindwa kuchukuliwa hapo, nitaangalia vile nitafanya. And then nitaangalia vile nitafanya is what happens. So I was encouraging them, even though you've been selected to do maybe chemistry and you didn't plan it, that is not the end of it. And after pushing them for a while, nikamwambia mnataka kufanya nini? Wengine wakasema mimi nataka kuwa na mradi wa kuku, wengine akasema mimi nataka kufanya hivi. And I realized none of them wanted to do chemistry. After talking to them, giving them examples of how to be an entrepreneur, because being an entrepreneur is a skill in Kenya. Unfortunately, it's not picked anywhere. It is practiced in the hustling, could say the hustling field. Unaenda una hustle hapo, unashinda una hustle hapo until you become an entrepreneur. How much if we actually encourage you to be one? Hold your hand, incubate you, lead you to becoming an entrepreneur. Won't that be a good thing? Then you're in the university, you're doing your chemistry, you're doing your history, but within a short time, unajua nitahustle hii, and you know how to get to the other end. Trust me, most of us start businesses na zinaangukaga kwa njia. Ni kweli. A business does not mean you have to make something. A business can also mean you have to take somebody's product and market it better. Get your niche, get your lane. Uingie hapo, connect the dots. Make your cuts and continue. And that is why it's so significant that the KILIFI International Investment Conference is happening in KILIFI, and they decided let's do a pre-conference to sensitize the youth in how to connect. Unaona booth, tumeona mambo mazuri pale. I just wish all of you are not sitting here. Kila mtu angekuwa na booth yake hapa. It would have been very encouraging. Akasema okay, tokeni kwa booth, njooni tule tuongee. That's how it should be. But don't worry, there's still an opportunity. You've seen what others are doing. You can go and do better. I don't want to give you too many examples, but if you wish, mimi niko Pwani, naishi Pwani, wanafunzi wa Pwani wale, wengine ni hawa. Come, we talk about entrepreneurship. Pwani has an entrepreneurship and innovation hub that we're working very close to with the KILIFI county. There's a hub, innovation hub, and we try to hold your hand, teach you business etiquette, ethics, and all that, and how to write the proposals and do all that. And at the end of the day, we select 3 people, we bring them to the summit, and if you do well, we take you further all the way to the Kenya Innovation event. So even though it is not known very much, but we are coming to the 6th summit, I think, this year. And those guys who participated early 2024, we are taking them to the Kenya Innovation Week, including those who are not Pwani. We are not saying that they have to be, as long as you participated in the summit, umefanya mzuri, we'll take you and support you at wapeleke mbele, because we want to encourage youngsters, youth, there's Gen Z and the other youths who are not Gen Z, isn't it? Those ones. In fact, I want the Gen Z ones, because those are the ones we can, bado tunaweza tukakunja. Ni samaki bado mbichi kiasi, wale wamefika 35 wamekuwa amekauka kiasi. So those ones in the university, please find out more information from either the Pwani University student or through our office. And what we normally do, we advertise the event for Pwani Entrepreneurship and Innovation Hub. We take you through a training of about 3 months or maybe 8 weeks or so in terms of business and entrepreneurship. And then later you bring your products into the summit, you showcase. Ukishinda tunapatia zawadi. Now, in addition to that zawadi, we actually hold your hand beyond that. We'll support you. Kama you don't have any support, we'll support you in terms of IP registration and even commercialization. We have done that with an ex-Pwani University student. I think you've seen samaki cookie there, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Pwani product. It's coming through. Albeit slow, but it's been there. So there are other examples. Please, mkisikia your announcement, rukeni ndani. I'll hope to see a lot of you next time. Without too many comments, nataka kusema tena kwa niaba ya mkuu wa chuo hiki na wengineo na hata wanafunzi, karibuni Pwani, feel at home, and if there's anything that you feel it is not right, usiambie hawa, niambie mimi. Asanteni na karibuni tena. Thank you.
Thank you. A better hand to Professor Guyo. Thank you very much for those kind remarks. I'm reminded that we are live on YouTube. Please, this is the generation that's on X and TikTok and all those. Please make sure you make enough noise about this event. At this juncture, allow me to invite Honorable Dr. Ruth.
Water Services and Natural Resources Management. Something.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. My name is Joe Tete, Chief Officer from County Treasury, in charge of economic planning and budgeting for the county. Karibuni na mkitaka pesa mtakuja.
Excellency, the Deputy Governor, DVC, Pwani University, Prof. Guyo, CC, Taridama, fellow chief officers, and the youth of Kilifi. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Kwa jina mimi naitwa Lawrence Bokoro na ni ofisa mkuu wa kazi za umma, yani Chief Officer Public Works. Nashukuru sana kuungana na ninyi, and we look forward to continue engaging with you, not just for today, not just during the Kilifi County International Investment Conference, but even after that, so that collectively we can deliver on the dream that this county government, being led by His Excellency, the Governor, tuko nayo kwa nyinyi nyote. Asanteni sana.
Good afternoon. Salamu alaikum. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Habad Mwachiro. Mimi ndiye Chief Officer katika kitengo cha utalii au tourism, na pia ni Chief Officer katika kitengo cha uchumi samawati, blue economy. To the youth of Kilifi, I want to encourage you to take your place, take your stake in the Kilifi economy, especially in areas like tourism, where there is space for you, in blue economy, where there is space for you. And blue economy is not just about fishing, it's the value add. There's so much in blue economy that the youth like you, especially those with expertise, have a place to build this economy of Kilifi, and you have a role to play in the continued revival of tourism to make it #1 again, not only in Kilifi County, but in Kenya. This is your time. Take your space. Thank you.
Thank you once again. I also want to register the apologies from my colleagues. Waziri Clara is out on a mission, and all that our series would have to be here, but they were given other activities. I also want to take this opportunity to appreciate all of you and the partners mostly, but I'll give that to Her Excellency to acknowledge you. I'll read a very short speech and speak the rest of the words off the cuff. Good afternoon once again. I am deeply humbled to represent the Department of Gender, Youth, Sports, Culture, and the other title that it comes with, because we are here to recharge to recharge what the youth have, because remember, the youth are the leaders. We saw what happened recently, and we cannot afford to be ignored. We really are a great component in this society and in this community. If you look at the population of KILIFI, which is 1.4 right now, 55% is made of the youth. Of the 55%, 18 to 34 are those that are very productive. Unfortunately, not all of them or not all of us are employed. But with these pre-events, I would like us to open up and widen the scope of how best we can plan and be more fruitful, more innovative. I believe we're all dreamers here. We all had a dream that one day you're going to be someone fruitful in the economy. But I feel like if we come up and get these stakeholders that are here and they ask or we learn how to fish from them, we leave this place a different mindset. We live here richer differently. These stakeholders on board, is upon all of you to find out how you can mentor the people that you're meeting here today. I serve in the Department of Mental Health. That's my number one forte. We cannot go far if we do not change our mindsets. I know most of the youth prefer to be given something and then we are soon going to have a KILIFI County International Investment Conference. As you are here today, ask yourself what we'll do on that 4th, 5th, and 6th. Will you come with your exhibitors, or will you come with several other people who you've taught between now and 3rd on how best you can market KILIFI as a county, or can market your investment, or market your newest achievement as a youth? I know here you have so many bankers, and it's about what concept you take to them. They are all willing to help you, but it depends on your first step. So my fellow youth, my colleagues, let's keep dreaming. We can dream on their behalf. You can help us share your dreams with us so that we can make that event a success. With all those many remarks, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce and to also allow us to think on how best we can make it a success. My department, of culture is going to have one. I'm going to just take one word, but it's upon you to tell me exactly what you're going to exhibit. So it's upon you today to tell me, Waziri, I think and I'm going to vet that exhibition myself. So I'm giving you between now and 2nd so that you can convince me why I should pay for your booth and why I should make you my investor for that day, because I want to award you and make you. And you see, you have to do something good. Yeah, and with those few remarks, I'd like you to all stand up and welcome Her Excellency, our beautiful mother, mentor, coach, prayer warrior, as she comes to the stage. DJ, please put something to activate Her Excellency. Unataka mtoke naye?
Nyote kidogo. Wow, mwajifanya na mwajua kuanguka naye. You know, sometimes tukiwa katika, you know, you go with the flow.
we are with youths. So break that iceberg. Jiachilie. Mwambie mwenzako jiachilie bwana. We are here to network. We are here to learn from one another. Healthy conversations about us ndio imetuleta hapa. Sawa sawa. DVC, Pwani University, Professor Guyo, and our CC in charge of gender, culture, youth, social services, disaster management and special programs, Dr. Ruth Dama, the chief officers present, all partners and stakeholders present, youth in business present. You're either here because you have a business already ongoing, you have a startup, or you have a mindset that wants to ignite into that field. Hamjambo tena. Hebu tusalimiane hewani nyote. God is good and all the time, and that is his nature. For our Muslims, brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. Yes, I'm happy to join you. Being a Friday, there were so many activities that I had to do before I come here, but apologies accepted, isn't it? Yes, the beauty is this is your event. It's not my event. This is your event. This leadership of His Excellency, the Governor, Gideon Maitha Mng'aro, has positioned in his CIDP, in the Governor's Manifesto, to put the youth of Kilifi in mind. I think any leadership today which does not prioritize the youth and what is it, their capacities, their spaces, then they are doomed. Before I read my speech, I just want to tell you that because of that, in Kaloleni County, a ward called Kayafungo, we are going to have an SEZ, Special Economic Zone. The acreage is 3,000 acres. We've already put the chambers of commerce, the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, who are going to put up. We are looking at a space where affordable housing will be there, factories shall be there, malls, so that it's a one-stop place. Why are we doing that? So that we address the number of youths who are out of a job. I meet some of you have come to my office with your degrees, with your masters, and yet you are unemployable. But it is a time now that we think out of the box. Wangapi hapa ni okay, let me look. Gen Zs, kama ni Gen Z fanya hivi. Ni kuone ma Gen Z, haya hands down. Millennials, haya. Gen X kama mimi ni Gen X. Hebu Gen X mama bwana, lazima nikucelebrate. Wow. Kwani wewe Daktari Guyo, wewe ni nani? Wewe usiniambie ni ile nyingine. I thought Gen X starts from 1960 to 1979. Yeah. I'm wrong. Thank you, sit down. Kuna alpha. Alpha uko alpha. Hakuna alpha. Alpha at 13-year-old. Sindio? Yeah. What am I saying? Each and every one of us has to play their part. And there's no better way of doing it than all of us coming into a roundtable conversation. We celebrate each and every one of you. I came in and went to all those booths and I saw how our very own Kilifians, our very own from the coast. We have to celebrate the coast. Coast is unique. Youths who are coming up with ideas, innovative ideas, entrepreneurship skills that are going to address some of the problems that we are facing as Kenyans today. And far much more. We are looking forward to the 4th up to the 6th of next month, whereby we are going to have the global, the regional, and the local stakeholders and investors who will be in Kilifi for those 3 days to ensure that we advertise the space of Kilifi. Why Kilifi? What is it about Kilifi that we want to throw to the world so that the world can see it? Just to give you a glimpse that Kilifi we are blessed. Sema Kilifi tumebarikiwa bwana. Ama wewe kuamini kama Kilifi tumebarikiwa? Tumebarikiwa. Niulize kwa nini? Tumebarikiwa. One, we have natural spaces for expansion. When we talk of the land for expansion, ndugu zetu 001 mko wapi? Hello, sasa 001 asanteni. Hiyo ndio city. Watu wakisikia pwani wanajua ni Mombasa. Kumbe kuna wengine. Sasa wana hiyo Mombasa. Tuweza kuibeba hivi. Tuichukue, tuipeleke sub county yaitwa Magarini. Tukaiweke hapo. Ndio. Itaketi tena kubaki nafasi. Did you know that? The whole of Mombasa fits in Magarini County. You know your youths, you should also be up your game in just knowing some of these small things. So what am I trying to say? We have so many lineups of things that you youths can dive in. Just the way there are people who already believed in Kilifi County, even before we brought in more investors. So I take this chance to call upon all of us to register. And the best way is for you to take a booth so that the guests who are going to come in, they can actually see your story because you'll be telling your story. There you live out with exceptional knowledge on entrepreneurship and innovation. You're going to leave that place with a very high list of network. And more importantly, you're going to also have investors whom they are going to count and bank on you in value addition or in creating markets. That is why we are having this pre-event to give you a chance to thrive. And now to my speech. Good afternoon, and thank you again for welcoming me today. It is an honor to speak at this significant Youth in Business program or forum, serving as a prelude to the Kilifi County International Investment Conference. Seeing so many vibrant, determined, young entrepreneurs here, majority being Gen Zs and a few millennials, affirms my belief that our county future is bright and filled with a lot of potential. Kilifi County is on the cusp of marking remarkable growth, and you, the youth today, are the key players in shaping this future. You bring fresh ideas, bold approaches, and an entrepreneurial spirit that is essential for Kilifi transformation. Today, it is not just a gathering. It is a testament to the role young people are playing in laying a foundation for a prosperous and resilient economy. The upcoming Kilifi County International Investment Conference will be a pivotal event designed to showcase our county's potential on the global stage. It will bring together investors, business leaders, policymakers from around the world to see firsthand what Kilifi has to offer. And Kilifi has a lot to offer. We have the culture, the rich culture, the hospitality, The white sandy beaches. In East and Central Africa, the longest beach line is in Kenya, and it is in Kilifi County. We are talking about the blue and the green, the agribusiness, the blue economy opportunities. We are talking about 10 out of 12 months, we have the sun, meaning we can have renewable energy so that we can cut down costs on the type of power we use. Yes, and so much more. I urge you, our young entrepreneurs, to view this conference as a gateway to new opportunities, whether you are in agriculture, technology, tourism, or the creative sector. This conference is a chance to demonstrate what the youth of Kilifi can achieve. It is also an opportunity to connect with potential investors. For those companies which are already existing, the 98, it is also room for you to expand. Because when you expand in those factories and the manufacturing, you're going to create more jobs to our people. Through it all, we'll have potential investors you're going to connect to or with, mentors and partners who can support your journey today. The county government of Kilifi is fully committed to empower our youths, not only in words, but in deeds, tangible actions. We have launched several initiatives to foster an environment where young people can thrive in business. We are collaborating with financial institutions and development partners to create youth-friendly financing options, including affordable loans, grants, investment funds. I think KCB is there. It's one of the other hand that works with the government to ensure that that is possible. We understand that access to capital is crucial for growth, and we are dedicated to make this easier for the youth-led businesses. The County 003 has partnered with vocational and technical institutions to offer training programs tailored to the need of the young entrepreneurship. In this world today, the 21st century, we must embrace the ICT and digital skills. COVID-19 taught us that you could even work at the comfort of your home. With these skills, you can do exceedingly and abundantly. You can have connections with your business even in the outward world. By equipping our youth with valuable skills, we are empowering them to build resilient businesses. In partnership with the Technical University of Mombasa, TUM, we are rolling out training that will further enhance vocational skills in Kilifi, specifically geared towards market needs. And apart from TUM, we've also partnered with the Swedish community, the Nordic countries, in a project called School Try, to ensure we also work with the vocational trainings in matters digital skills. We are embracing digital transformation to help our youth expand their reach through training in digital marketing, e-commerce, and social media. We aim to equip you with the tools to access broader markets. By leveraging technology, Kilifi young entrepreneurs, this mindset was not instilled in us. Because it has been instilled in you early enough, that is good. I was listening to Dr. Rehab, the STEM subjects. We should not shy away from these subjects because that is what the world around us right now is knocking on that. But we should not just think of that. We are also saying in that basket where we want our youth, our children to take the STEM subject, we are also challenging you to take up responsibility, to come up with startups, to come up with innovative ideas, so that through the leadership that you have, through the parents that you have, we could ensure, we could walk with you to that path. This path is brilliant. A path of entrepreneurship is one of determination, resilience, and hard work. I urge you to think big, take risks, and remember that success often requires perseverance. Very important. As you participate in today's discussion, I'm winding up, I encourage you to seek inspiration, connect with others. Ensure even the people around your table, umejua, you never know. God uses people to be a blessing to you. Hata shuka kama malaika, ni mimi Yesu. He uses people. So connect with people. When you invest in people, that's the best connection you can ever have. So embrace new ideas. When you connect with people, you also embrace new ideas. You look at something in a different lens. When you speak of something, people will watatafakari tofauti. So as you meet, you're going to be even sharper. Each of you has a unique story and a unique vision. Take this opportunity to refine your goals, expand your network, and pursue your dreams boldly. As we approach to the investment conference, remember that this is just the beginning. Mkoko Melika Maua. It will be the second of its kind in Kilifi County, but the first of its kind under the leadership of His Excellency the Governor Gideon Maitha Mng'aro. The previous one from our predecessor was in 2016 here in Pwani University. You are the ambassadors of Kilifi's future. Your achievements will shape our county's legacy. A legacy that through His Excellency Gideon Maitha Mng'aro ametengeza strategic plan for Kilifi so that we paint Kilifi as a premium destination. When we talk of tourism, we talk about it in totality. Tourism in sports. Currently tuna 2 international events ambazo ziko hapa kwetu Kilifi. For the golf lovers, tuna the ladies magical ambayo iko every Feb, and for the safari rally lovers, we have the East African Classic happening every March of every year at Vipingo Ridge, ambayo ina attract over 168 nationalities and almost 20 international media groups, the Al Jazeera, the CNN. So we have to talk about it. We have to talk about the mines that we have. Kilifi ni mahali peke yake utapata vyombo vyote vya ujenzi vinapatikana hapa. Apart from the other mines that we have, ambazo they are untapped, they are the low-hanging fruits. So, as we approach the investment conference, your achievements will shape our county's legacy. The county government stands with you. Ask questions. Network. Kimbelembele kizuri chafa. Ready to support and uplift you in your journey. Let's conspiring forum. God bless all of us. God bless Kilifi County. Asante sana.
All right. Another round of applause, please. Very good. How many of you are looking forward to the investment conference that's coming up? How many are looking forward? Na mnajua Waziri Dama amesema ako na boots, eh? Ziko ngapi? Dogo. Please stretch in whichever way you want to stretch. Just don't hit someone. Okay? Wanataka ngoma. Weka ngoma kidogo. Weka ngoma kidogo for 30 seconds. Weka ngoma DJ. Sidi, kuja utusaidie kudance, panda hapa. Hautaki? Aya, tabasamu kama imeshika. Tabasamu kama imeshika. Very good. All right, you can take your seats. Ndo tumeanza, ndo mmeanza. Very good. Haya, nani anaweza kutupea kihype dakika moja? Haya, kuja Mzito. Yeah, come. Yes. Haya, kuja. Kila mtu asimame jamani, kila mtu asimame. Kidogo tu. Simama watu uliko. DJ shikilia kwanza, DJ shikilia. Haraka ya nini DJ? Kila mtu amesimama? Kila mtu ako na space yake. Jamani. Kisha kauliza mama, alipika nini? Haya, DJ twende nalo. Kama unataka ku haya. Left, right. Left. Chini kidogo. Peleka juu. Peleka chini. Kichwa. Thank you very much. All right. Sasa tumechangamka, si ndio? Now the next session is an exciting one. All right, the next session is an exciting one. And I would like to invite Victorine on the stage. So the next session is a panel session. Interesting conversations that we would like to have that concern youth in business and the conference that's coming up. All right. Very good. So I will allow Victorine to call her panelists one by one. And then I want all of you to be very attentive to listen. And I believe at the end that we will have an opportunity to ask 1 or 2, 3 questions. Make sure they are as pertinent as they can be so that all of us leave.
Or what they expect in preparation of this forthcoming conference. So we would like to know how we are, or take stock of what the county government is in preparation or investment opportunities, and how we can strategize ways on how to optimize and align our innovations in ways that can align with the county priority areas of socioeconomic development. So without further ado, I would like to call the panelists to join me, and then we'll get into the panel discussion. The first panelist is Mr. Naftali Owino, who is the Chief Officer for Youth and Sports.
Hello?
Round of applause for him, please.
Hello?
The second one is Mr. Kanunju Ngumbao, Director Climate Change and Forestry from the County Government of KILIFI. The third one is Peter Msuko, the Fund Manager for Wezesha Fund. The fourth one is James. Is that okay? Allow me to take my seat, or I don't have a seat, okay? I don't have a seat. This will be so rude to speak to you while standing. Somebody would help me with any seat from there, and then I would maybe sit here.
No.
I address them from down. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
That's fine.
So welcome to the panel discussion. I would just want to give a single rule that every panelist will have 2 minutes to respond to each question. And if you are in need of more time to maybe think, you'd want to pass the question to the person that you think would help with it. So my first question goes to Mr. Owino. Mr. Wino, as His Excellency the Deputy Governor has said that Kilifi is a very premium destination for investment, I would just like you to give to the audience the stock of Kilifi investment opportunities and what you think young people of Kilifi or young people listening to you should prioritize in aligning their innovations to attract the available investors within the county.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, and all protocols observed. Sorry, Your Excellency, for having stepped in late. My name is Naftali Owino, like it has been mentioned, and I am in charge of youth affairs, talent, and sports in the great county of Kilifi. And straight away to your question, Kilifi as a county sits in a very prestigious place amongst the coastal counties, that is Tana River, Lamu, Mombasa, Taita Taveta, Kwale, and then Kilifi at the center. So geographically, we are centered, we are placed in at a position of advantage, and that is why it is easy for our youths to, first of all, attract innovation that are entrepreneurial in nature and that can attract business across the neighboring counties. That is number one. Number two, Kilifi enjoys around 242 or up to 260 and maybe 80. These are all, not really used or pristine beach, that is virgin land that has not been used in the ocean, attracting business that can actually go for green and blue business, and that is why we are seated here championing our youths to not just look at business that is conventional, but those that are also non-conventional, that are settled around the beach. It is important to understand that this is not only centered on day-to-day sales and disbursement of business, but we can also do it in matters recreational, that is sports, tourism, that is fishing as sports, and this can attract a lot of business. That is why we are making emphasis to our youths to look at opportunities that are not at an advantage position to our neighboring counties, those that are not as close to the beach, and those that their beaches are not as occupied as Kilifi. So that is our advantage position. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wino. My second question goes to Mr. Kanundu and let me start by Mr. Kanundu, who is the Director Climate Change and Forestry. So, in the interest of the public, there has been debates of Kilifi County having the first nuclear power plant at Uyombo. And so many youths are having a concern on the same because they feel like this or that might be a very great opportunity to create employment. At the same time, there are several environmental concerns attached to it. What do you see about it in your lens as a climate change and forestry person?
Okay, thank you so much. All protocol observed. I just want to give my very, very personal sentiments on this issue, and that will be my own statement in that matter. As I said, I want to give very personal statement, and it is my own and my own alone. So on matters nuclear, it depends on how you look at it. It has both advantages and Boko forest, and having a power plant there, in my own view, will have a more detrimental effect than the positives. Otherwise, I think the community needs to be sensitized even more, and maybe they can look at it in the two dimensions which present themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kanundu. That was well answered. And he said, I'm emphasizing that the answer he gave is his own opinion, okay? So you must take care of that as well. So my third question goes to Mr. Kuliha and Mr. Owino. So youth are concerned about the design by which we have programs of entrepreneurship so heavy in the theoretical learning and training and capacity building of people and done in business development. And they would like to know up to when will they learn and start to practically implement these ideas they've been learning with the financial support.
You want me to go
And
first?
why is it like that? Is it by design, or truly youths need to go through several entrepreneurship training before they can actually implement the business innovations?
You want me to go first?
Please go first.
Well, the person who invited us, the MC who invited us here, asked how many youths are running businesses. You know, you have youths running businesses, and youths running through businesses, and youths running after businesses. So it all that brings the question, you know, what skills do the youth running a business have, and that who is running after a business has, and that who runs through a business has. The reason why we have a rigorous process in developing skills before we can allow one to be called an entrepreneur, and that is why we have apprenticeship and even mentorship, is because you don't want to start a failing project. What normally is asked in any job opportunity is experience after everyone else is qualified. So the process might look long now because the person who wants you to get this has the best interest of the youth. Youths are people, are persons, and this is a process I've gone through, who want things happening, you know, like in a flash. You want to finish school today, get a job today, get a beautiful girl or handsome boy today, marry today, get a house and a vehicle today, and beautiful children today. And in business, it doesn't work like that. That is why we will call for patience, so that now we have programs such as this, where the county, now with the leadership such as visionary as that of His Excellency and High Excellency, to bring the youth together, to have a conversation, to collect the expertise of those in government and out of government, to take the youth through what is necessary before you can set up your business. Now, it may look long, but I want to admit, because I'm not here to also, you know, just say everything is okay. I have to admit that even us as the government, we find it challenging to finance these startups. But look at what Kilifi County is doing. We are daring that which other counties are not doing. That is why we are so brave to even introduce the Wezesha Fund. And we are saying, look, we don't want to trade with every other person who is either too old in the business or comes from an advantaged place or from other counties. We are saying our youths to dare come borrow money from us, trade with us in these tenders that are of your size, and then get money but pay back. Now your question is, why does that process take long? It is because we also have a dishonest society. You want money, yes, today, but you are not also ready to pay it today. The debts we are accruing in terms of Wezesha, if they were to be paid promptly, then we would be giving more credits and we would be attracting more. So I will also ask that as we adjust as the government to make the process shorter, by doing this process like what we are doing now, connecting the innovators and the business entrepreneurs with those that are already in the business for long, the mogals, we must also agree that they must also practice or employ or cultivate honesty. So that when we give you the opportunity, right now innovators here will meet partners in the investment conference. Are you going to show that yes, you can be trusted with a startup of 5, 6, 10 million? Or will you get the money, then become funny, and then disappear in the thin air? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Owino. It's not working. You can have mine. And then
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Laurent Kuliga from Close the Gap. We are a GSO and we recently have been partnering closely with Kilifi County running an entrepreneurship program at Maritime. A few of my colleagues are here, Vivian from Near Ventures, who have been actually conducting the trainings that have been happening here at Kilifi County on entrepreneurship. And I just want to add to what my fellow panelists have said, because it's really covered a lot. I think one of the key things that we should acknowledge is that learning never stops. And the entrepreneurship ecosystem keeps on evolving and changing. Previously, 3, 4, 5 years back, it was more about entrepreneurs learning how to include digital tools into their businesses. Now you have AI that has evolved. So even for us as ESOs, when we're offering these types of trainings, we're looking at what are the actual market needs in the marketplace, and then now we actually sort of like adapt our trainings to those market needs. So then even entrepreneurs are also able to evolve as the entrepreneurship ecosystem continues to evolve. But yes, there is quite a bit of trainings going on, but I think it is also important, and normally for this question is normally asked a lot actually, and I think the buck stops with the entrepreneurs themselves. There's no need for you to be part of a program that offers the same content, the same information that has been offered in a previous program that you are part of. It's important for you as an entrepreneur to assess what are the needs of your business, what are the skills gap that you have, and then now to actually identify an ESO or a training and capacity building organization that is offering those particular trainings that you need, and then go to that particular training. But then you find that because you have different ESOs, that the base in terms of entrepreneurship programs, the skills that they're educating are normally the same. You find these different entrepreneurs going and jumping from one program to another and finding the same type of information, as opposed to first analyzing what are really the skill gaps in the entrepreneur, and then now going for those types of capacity building trainings that work for them. And currently, ESOs have taken a different approach in terms of figuring out how to support entrepreneurs in different marketplaces. So like for example, in KILIFI, you have agriculture, you have the tourism economy, you also have the blue economy that is really active, and so you have different ESOs that have expertise and resources that are tailored for those particular different sectors existing and running programs in those sectors. So the expectation would be for a startup that is actually in the blue economy, that it should completely immerse itself in an ESO that is actually in that particular sector, and not move from that sector, from that type of an ESO, and then move to a different ESO, maybe because they're finding opportunities. You would find that even maybe the funding vehicles that have been set up in those particular ESOs, in those different sectors, are actually different and don't really work well with those different types of startups.
Thank you, Lawrence. So my next question, because we are now talking about money, maybe we go to Mr. Peter Msuko. What products do you have? We know Wezesha Fund. I don't know how deep the audience know about it, and how have you strived to make it more lenient, given the factors, or what a youth in this country is really. A youth in this country somehow has a loan somewhere, cannot pass that the litmus test of financial stability and all that. So what products do you have at Wezesha Fund, and how do these products take care of the vulnerabilities that youths have in terms of their finances and their financial statements?
Well, good afternoon. My name is Peter Msuko, currently the Wezesha Fund manager. So this Wezesha Fund is an initiative of the government of KILIFI. It was established mainly to give out loans without interest, to the people of KILIFI. Any resident that is actually residing in KILIFI qualifies now to take these loans. Number one, the government of KILIFI, through its regulations, we have actually made sure that the loans have no interest. That's number one. So we have a management fee of only 4% of an amount below 100 and 6% of an amount above 101 shilling. That's one of. And then number two, we have actually made sure that we diversify the products in terms of making sure that we accommodate each and everyone, especially now the LPO financing. And you see last year's the audit accounts, we managed to lend to the LPO alone to a tune of 100 million. That's a lot of money that you see went to the youth, and you see the people that you see got LPOs to work with the government. And then, you see, we have also looked at or put money into agribusiness. We have also put money lend to retail businesses, and we've also lend money, as I said, to suppliers. So in all this, first of all, the aspect here is money without interest, because you know very well that the world of lending, when you put interest, see the cost of finance goes up. But in this case, there's no interest. And then number two, we give money, okay, below 500,000, madam, or the audience, there's no security that is required. So we are giving out medical security also, so that we accommodate more and make the users get access to this fund. Thank you.
Welcome. I hope you are remaining attentive. And remember, from Kuliga, you don't need to be an entrepreneurial serial trainee who attends all trainings and you don't grow your business. And you can get a loan without security of up to 100,000, 500,000, 100 to 500,000 from Mwezesha Fund. So you do not have an excuse and you do not have any reason to malign the county of not supporting you financially. Is that okay? So my next question would go to Madam Faith. As the Director, National Government, we know you are the monitor of everything implementable on youth and development in the county. Just share with us what it looks like for you when you go around and look at how the uptake of the Kilifi County youth is in terms of development or resources available for them from the national government.
Thank you very much. As you've heard, my name is Faith Njeri, County Director, Youth Affairs with the national government. Whatever I'll also say, I'd like for my colleague that it's my observation. We know the national government is mostly policy making. And in 2010, we developed a policy which we should cascade to the county level. And if you go through that policy, it has all these things you're talking about empowering the youth, making them have access to funds and whatever. My observation is that most of the youth operate from a point of fear. And sometimes, as officers, we are the problem. We make them look like the officers are not reachable. So as officers, we need to be approachable. We need to have an open door office. The uptake is not so good because before the funds like the youth fund, the Wezo fund, we had funds like for the women, like Kenya Women Finance. And youth would tell you, hey, I don't want what happens to the women to happen to me. So there is a lot of sensitization that needs to go into it to assure the youth. Number two, sometimes a youth wants money, but they don't have an action plan. You cannot take money and you don't know what you want to do with the money. You have to have an action plan. And that is why I'm in agreement with the county government about the training. It is not a waste of time. For you to get to a point where you are trusted with money, it's important to go through all these trainings. That is my observation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Faith. So I am having like 3 to 5 minutes to wind up. I want to ask Jemima Idzi, who is the ICT officer from the county government. We know we are in the fourth industrial revolution in the country, and most people in the world, just like us, prioritize innovation, technology, and how to digitize all systems or everything we want to do around development. So what, according to the partners you have as information and communication technology officer, what are the priority areas in ICT in the county?
Thank you very much. In terms of digital innovation and technology, the county is working on establishing a digital innovation hub at Mazingira Park, And we already have an existence of projects like Powerland that are equipping youths with skills like, oh, you can't hear me. Okay, as I was saying, in terms of the digital and digital innovation and technology, the county is working on establishing a digital hub at Mazingira Park. The plans are underway. And we also have the existence of Ajira Digital Initiative, which is a collaboration of the national government and the county government. We also have Powerland project, whereby we've recruited 500 youths to have skills so that we can equip them in how they can run business through the digital transformation and how they can also learn on the emerging trends to boost their businesses.
There is this question that was really recurrent in my findings when I was asking or interacting with the youths as they submitted their questions as those that would be asked here. And I want to give a disclaimer that this question is not supposed to intimidate anyone. As far as I'm concerned, it is my first time to experience a government in a county that is very present. Like, you'll just meet the governor and he's very easy. Hey, how are you? What are you working on and stuff? So I know KILIFI County as a very present leadership, and leadership is hard. That I must tell you guys. Leadership is not easy. We talk just a lot because we are not part of it. But if you are to be placed there, it might be challenging. However, youths are interested to know that there is this trend, or like, it's not a trend, but it is a claim, that county government do not support us. They only support us when we are already glorified. Or whenever we have innovations, they leave us to a white kind man. So once somebody supports us to the level that they can spotlight us, they do so. So Mr. Owino, is that true or is that false?
Well, thank you very much. I will not go straight saying it's true or false, but what I want to tell you is Waswahili walisema chanda chema huvikwa pete. You see, you sit for an exam, you are 80 of you, the same teacher or same lecturer, same exam, and one gets 08, one gets 80. So do you go clapping for the one with 08 or the one with 80? I mean, in an honest opinion. So we have youths in this county. They are countless. They form 60% of the population, and we cannot have 60% have breakfast with the governor. Of the 60%, somebody must do something extraordinary to warrant his space or her space in the governor's breakfast, lunch, or dinner table. What am I saying? It is the duty of the county government to offer a flat tableland of opportunities, but it's the duty of each and every youth to do something that is not common to the entire opportunity to get noticed. So if you see us noticing Ezekiel Ngua, for example, from Kaloleni Kayafungo, and get him a chance at Barcelona in an academy as prestigious such as the one he is in, and not your brother who claims he's a footballer and does not know his size of boots that he's supposed to use in the pitch, that is not being biased. That is not taking your talent seriously. So I will not say yes and or no, because I know we compete, we live in a competitive world. That is why these seats are this number, and not everybody that is in this conference was able to come here in front. Thank you very much.
Thank you for salvaging me. as well. So it goes without saying that you must add value to yourself to the extent that you are irresistible. That nobody will just fail to take you to those tables, give you everything you need. So ball is in your court again. And my last question goes to Mr. James. Yes. Climate change is a concern globally, and now we are not even we are not even preventing climate change issues. We are not preventing, we are adapting, responding, and recovering. Because we've experienced climate change, and even those who didn't believe, I think this year, early March to May, you had to believe with the floods and all that. So what are the preparedness, or what level of preparedness does the county has when it comes to such things or such disaster risk reduction or recovery in terms of climate change?
Thank you. My name is James Menza. I'm the County Renewable Energy Officer. So maybe I'll tackle the question, but I'll lean on the side of energy. For the focus of climate change, there are very many initiatives that the county is taking to ensure that we introduce environmental friendly solutions. For instance, if you look at the energy sector, we have the renewable energy as one of the, let's say, the most trending topic so far, because most solutions that are being offered by renewable energy are environmentally friendly. And when you talk of energy, we talk of energy in terms of lighting and energy in terms of cooking. There are so many environmental friendly solutions that are being offered by the county, and we do continuous sensitization and awareness on these methods that can help have a significant impact in reducing environmental degradation. Maybe we have the climate change director with us here and add more onto that. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, I think I asked the wrong question. I think I asked you the wrong question. Kindly help me with that now. This is not working as well. Yeah. So, Mr. Kanundu, kindly help Mr. James to answer that question as well. And then we go to our final question for each one and every one of you for us to close the session.
Thank you. Just I want to share a bit of the question from the moderator. On matters climate change, as a county, we have put up some structures. These are legal structures within the county. These are legal frameworks within the county to govern the whole space of climate change. And through that governance structure, we are able to engage each and every person within KILIFI through these structures to be able to make sure they are on board and they are part of the adaptation process, recovery process, and all that. So what we have at the moment, we have established 35 wards climate change planning committees, which are across the 35 wards within KILIFI. And also we have been engaging these ward committees over and again on matters. What are the climate hazards within Ward A, what are the risks, and of course, what are the suggestions these local communities can propose to make sure they have adapted and they're recovering from the impacts of climate change. Over and above, we are suffering from the extreme weather trends within KILIFI. We have prolonged droughts, we have floods on the other end. So these are some of the things that we as a government, we are trying to address within the climate change space. And we are almost in our first phase of funding the first resilient adaptation interventions through the World Bank program that is FLOCA. KILIFI was one of those countries which benefited, and we were able to get the first disbursement of 147 million, which will go to climate intervention for adaptation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kanundu. So my last question is going to go to all the panelists. And Mr. Wino started by saying that there are people or young people who run business, and then there are young people who run after business, and then there are young people who run through the business. So I want each panelist to tell young people who run the business, the ones who are running after and running through, please, you have to catch up with us, please. We were not addressing you today. We are addressing those who are running businesses, or you have a very strong mindset of maybe starting your own. What is the recipe for a successful entrepreneur? So talk to the people running a business as an expert, as a leader, and tell them, or us, because I'm one of them, what they need to do or to have for them to have their businesses successful.
I will tell you two things, my dear young brothers and sisters who are here today, either running business or desirous of running a business. Number one, attract a lot of enemies and those you pursue as haters. If you don't have them in your business, you are not bound to be successful. I want to take that again, attract a lot of haters and those who criticize your business. Because we're talking about innovation. There's an uncle of yours who did Form 5 and 6 those many years ago and knows nothing about AI. And if you sit down with your laptop in your room a whole day, he thinks you are making no business. Until you leave that house and go get him new pairs of two maybe nice suits, and then he begins saying, wewe umeanza Illuminati, wewe unauza madawa. Until you are at that particular point, you are not getting anywhere with your business. That is full concentration, so that you deny people your chance, your time, that they feel offended with you concentrating on your business. That's what I'm saying. So concentrate well, don't get distracted. If you're selling let's say nuts today, don't look at how successful ice cream attracts. Then now you'll be looking at your business as one which is not attracting income, but thinking of how to go and start selling ice cream. Sell groundnuts until you can surpass the person doing ice cream. So research and do more. That is number one. So attract a lot of criticism. And then number two, and the last one from me, is a book written by Herb Cohen. He says, you can negotiate anything. That is a book that changed my life, and that is not a story for today. But anytime you approach any opportunity, go there saying, I can negotiate anything. You can even negotiate your way into problem and out of problem. When you have that mindset in your business, now you are bound to go and succeed. Because all these people seated here from our Excellency, High Excellency, the Deputy Governor, they'll tell you it has never been a straight land. There are so many valleys, there are so many mountains, and very little slopes that will take you to where you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wino. Yes, Mr. Kanundu.
Thank you very much. I just have one thing that I want to share to the youth. I want to challenge the youth that amidst all the opportunities which present to us in terms of opportunities, businesses, and everything, I would encourage each and every one of us to identify a very specific niche and think a little bit different from what we see around. Because many times we just take ideas as abstract as they are, and my call today is identify a niche and think a bit different. Just to pick from where the chief said, many years ago, people used to do business physically in the shops or in the malls and everything. But as he said, you can do it in your own. So let's think differently, let's identify a niche and go for it, and you will get somewhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kanundu. Round of applause, please.
So I'll say for one to be a successful entrepreneur, one, you need to have a clear vision and mindset. Without that, you won't even do anything. Secondly, have a financial and business acumen. Know how to manage your funds. Know how to manage the little investment you have so that you can be a better investor or maybe an innovator in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamima.
Well, I will speak from a point of the financial because I normally deal with papers. You people in office, number one, please make sure we register our businesses. After you have identified the place that you want to go or the business that you want to get in, please register that idea. That's number one. Those are so basic things that sometimes you overlook, and we find it very hard sometimes now to get financed. Then another one, a very basic one, record keeping. Sometimes we youth walk in the office and then you ask someone, now how do you manage your expenses or your revenue? This person has no idea. Those are so basic in business management that we need to have in place. And then you see, and then the last one, not the last but least, pay yourself. The variation between business money and your salary. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Msuko.
Thank you. I'll just say 2 or 3 things. That is, one, be unique, identify the gap, then craft a very unique solution that will help you attract the market that you are targeting. Then also utilize the digital space to advertise whatever product or whatever solution you have. Lastly, you can also read widely, learn from other people's experiences, how others solve that kind of problem you want to solve through business. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. James.
I'll start by something I was told by somebody. Brand yourself. People think branding is just the product. There's a way you can approach me and I'm just put off. So start with branding yourself. Then resilience and learning from your mistakes. And when you make a mistake, don't change your business idea. Look for people to mentor you, to guide you, to teach you. And I will echo what they have said, read widely and never give up.
Thank you, Madam Faye.
I have 3 points. The first one is, one, I really appreciate the organization, KILIFI County Government, for setting this up the way it has, because at least now you have a youth that's on the other side of the table that's also speaking to matters that concern the youth. A lot of the time you have conferences like this where the youth are not on the other side of the table. It feels like they come to listen to someone and they don't really feel engaged. And so relating to that, I would say, for young people, look for young people who are in places that you want to be, whether it's financially or successful in entrepreneurship, and be with them and make them part of your close circle. And then the last one, just summarize them to 2, because I have a finance background and it's something that we talk about quite more often and entrepreneurs really ignore, is really just go and find out what is the cost of credit. For example, when a startup goes to a reservation fund and the reservation fund tells them, okay, for this principal amount of fund, this is the fee you have to pay for it, they become shocked and they want to mark and then they say, oh, we have to pay this fee, it's too much. But then when you look at the M-Pesa statements, they're taking in fully day in, day out, and they don't assess the cost of that credit. And if it were to be compared to the same amount of principal amount that we get from a reservation fund, we find that the freeze is actually costing them more. So again, really assess what your opportunity cost is, and don't be shy to give value where you're getting value. Because again, as a country, we're moving from an aid country to a now middle-class country. So there's going to be less aid, there's less grants that are available, and so it's super competitive. So when you go to access credit to organizations that are giving you flexible amounts of credit, really assess the opportunity cost and be willing to provide value where you're getting value. That way it's more of a symbiotic sort of relationship as opposed to always expecting to get free things and just complaining about everything. So those would be my 2 main points. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kuliga. So finally, I would like to appreciate my panelists and you, audience, for also behaving like the leaders in business that you are. You have been great participants and audience, and my panelists have spoken like the experts and the leaders they are. I thank you all. And I also would like to give my recipe for success, okay? As an entrepreneur, I would recommend always that you stamp value on yourself, because value cannot be ignored. Value cannot be ignored. So if you put value on yourself, if you put value in your business, if you put value in how you carry out yourself, that will be your last time you're complaining about the county government and the partners, okay? So thank you for your time, and Mr. Andrew, please come and take over. Thank you all. Oh, you need a photo. Oh, you're requesting for a photo.
So just before we do a photo, I would like to allow 2 questions from the audience. Just 2 questions, yes, 2. Yes. And I see so many hands. Tufanya ile piki. All right, so we'll get a lady and a gent. So I'll take him, no bias, simjui. Any other? A lady? A lady from anywhere, this side or anywhere.
A lady.
All right, there's one right there. There's one right there. Okay. All right, please come to the front.
Hi. So just like Laurent has said, Fuliza takes away from us more than we can imagine. But like sometimes you have no otherwise. So how do you go about that? Will we steal Fuliza or just stay like that as a business person?
All right, Laurent.
Yes, so again, I do understand that you will always need, especially when you're trying to scale and grow your business, to access external funding. But my point was not to say, okay, Fuliza is bad. No, so there's bad credit and there's good credit. And in the trainings that we do that people are sick of, really encourage people to get good credit. When you get good credit works for you. Okay, when you're in bad credit, it digs a grave for you. So it's practicing good financial habits, and then you always constantly have good credit. And that can only be achieved if you're always assessing the opportunity cost in terms of the credit facilities you're going for. So then if you know this particular credit is too expensive, you look for a cheaper one that actually works for you. And sometimes you don't really need actual financial capital. Maybe you need in-kind capital. You need a strategic partner in your business. And that sort of like helps you get credit that's in-kind, but then you don't need financial credit, which now becomes a burden. I hope I've answered the question. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Matano Blair Tuji. I'm a tour consultant, co-founder KILIFI Boats and Yacht Safaris, and KILIFI Movie Nights, where we try and bring entertainment away from the clubs positively. My question is to you, Chief Naf. I heard you mention about your plans to the youth, especially in the blue economy sector, about fishing. But then I'd like also to get your attention or get your plans for us, the youths in the, I'll call it the blue entertainment sector, the blue economy entertainment sector. And also to Mr. James, I'd like to appreciate your efforts to restoring our carbon sinks. But then I'd like also you to maybe give us, the young entrepreneurs, insight or ways that we can make survival or become better entrepreneurs and maybe earn an income from carbon credit also. And pia kuna question yenye nilikuwa nimeulizwa niulize kuhusu wezesha fund. Tukiwa na CRB tutapata pesa ya wezesha jameni?
Thank you very much. I wish you know how much I'm praying here kwamba I get out of the face of my bosses directly. You know, my boss is here, Dr. Ruth Dama, and of course my colleagues, and now my boss, the deputy governor. So the first I get out of this panel, I'll breathe better, but you are still keeping me here. So this is what I'm going to say. I like that, and that is pure, innovation, because we have the ocean, and many a times we think people just go to the ocean to swim and maybe to do sports, but now you want to bring entertainment into the ocean. We want to start encouraging mawaziri, my chief officers to do their birthdays inside the ocean, and then you offer that. I think that is brilliant. We can have a discussion around that. I would be your first client, so long as we prepare the money matters together, so that I'm sure I'm charged fairly. But that is good because KILIFI attracts a lot of tourism. And sometimes it is not just about staying in the land. What we can do is then I will talk with my colleague Chief Herbert, so that we now have boats that are now made in such a way that they are not just for swimming or fishing, but they are also now can accommodate entertainment inside there. We'll consult widely with the wildlife, also with the marine, so that we know very well if it is also allowed. Because youths, the problem we have with youths, and we have to agree, they are good innovators, but they are the first people who always flip that innovation to the bad side of it. Like this Fuliza we're talking about now, CRB, you are also, all of us here, if we start checking, from me to Kona Fuliza, kidogo kidogo, and nobody can tell you I'm going to pay this on this day. So if we want to make sure that we are getting into that kind of innovation, also let us try to make sure I still preach honesty, because that is where everything is pegged. We are willing to give much. Boats are just constructed here in Captain Andy's in Watamu. So this is something we can explore. It is brilliant. I appreciate it. In fact, in the simplest term, that was really super califragilisticexpialidocious. Thank you.
All right, that's a good finish. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. So the panelists, you can be on your feet so you can take a photo. Yes. Cameraman, mkimaliza mtuambie. Looks like watu wanapenda picha sana. Shamaliza? Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Ladies in their heads to say something else, which I don't want to say. Now, so ideally in the program, we were supposed to have 2 panel sessions. And I am wondering, I want to become as diplomatic as I can be. Will you let us have the other panel session for 15 minutes? 15, not 50. Would you allow that? Would you allow that? Audience, would you allow that? Msiniangalie hivyo. Na najua mko na njaa. I know you are hungry. Okay, all right. So before we get into that, let's be on our feet and dance a little bit. I also have a goal to make sure that once you leave here, you are hungry enough for lunch. Okay, Mr. And then I don't know these things, eh?
It's now. Just sit down, everyone. Yes, listen. As an example, then after that, you will also do whatever I've done. So when I say you kneel forward, you kneel forward. You kneel backward, you kneel backward. When I say to the right, you go to the right. When I say to the left, you go to the left. When I say stand up, you stand up. When I say sit down, you sit down, right? Are we ready? Okay, let's go. DJ. Hold it, DJ. All right, so let's go. 1, 2. Kneel forward, kneel backward, to the left, to the right, stand up, sit down, to the left, to the right. Are we now ready? Okay, let's go. Kneel forward, kneel backward, to the left, to the right, stand up, sit down, to the left, to... Okay, thank you. DJ, drop it. Oh, DJ is on attachment. Okay, let's rise up, everybody. Let's rise up, everybody. Let's go. Haya, tunaenda hivi. Let's go. DJ, mkono moja DJ. Turn around. Say hi to your neighbor. Salimia jirani. Mshike mkono ukizunguka. Choka kwa tebo yako, enda kwa tebo nyingine, salimia huyo mtu anayekonect. Choka kwa tebo yako, enda kwa tebo nyingine. Let's go. Hey. Kama unaweza peana hapa. Kama unaweza mwamu kidogo. Salimia jirani. Hicho kuna mkono moja. Uko na ile mkono moja. Say. Haya, watu wa inside, kujeni msalimie watu wa inside. Watu wa inside, ili pia. Hivyo, tumimo. Inside. Let's go. Watu wapo jamani. Watu wapo pia ukuje huku. Tunaletewa pia. Piga selfie. This is the only time unaweza salimia mtu kama washa. Yes. Chukua namba kama unaweza. Yes. Basi kidogo. Tumepatana katikati, si ndio? Kidogo. Smile to that person, jamani. Patika smile kidogo. Niche. Sawa, tosha.
Thank you.
Now let's resume. Watu wengine wamekwama huko, si ndio? Mtu amepata mtu. Youth pia inakubalika, si ndio? Yes. And now thank you Kilifi County. That was nice. So to the Deputy Governor, next tukiorganize kitu kama hii, mweke kitengo ya hype person, sawa? Mnipe hiyo kazi, sawa? Hata hii mnione kando, si ndio?
We should do that, right? Very well. All right, so we would like to go very quickly. If you'll just give me a minute so I can call out the panelists. All right. Nilikuwa naogopa juu na hii weight inaweza angusha hiki. Now, I would like to call here from Somo Africa. Give her an applause, please. Next, I would like to call Nicholas Koigu and yourself. Thank you, Nicholas. I would like to call Ocheda from KCB Bank. Saul Mwacheda from KCB Bank. All right. I would like to call back again here Laurent Kuliga Ebana. Ujamaa amepanda hapa mara ya pili. Give him a clap. Give him a clap. Very good. Is Dr. Flora Kidera here? Representing Pwani University. Is Dr. Flora Kidera here? I did not spot her, so I assume she is not. Any representative? All right. Mariam Kupi. Mariam Kupi. These are representatives. All right. Very good. Give them a clap. All right. So, the previous panel was very heated, such that Victorine had to take a break. Now, I have to stand in shortly as she comes, but as I do that, I would like to give them an opportunity in 30 seconds to introduce themselves and what their organizations do. So we can start from right there.
All protocols observed. My name is Nicholas Korigi, Enterprise Financial Advisor for TechnoServe Incorporated. We are based in Mombasa and in Nairobi, but our head office is in the US. We are here to support blue economy in the 5 counties of Mombasa. So we are working with the 5 counties that are actually touched by the ocean. So we are supporting young participants, and we are also supporting local partners to be able to finance the young people that we have. So we have a challenge fund component, and we also have some aspect of financing for local partners. Thank you.
All protocols observed and everyone else, good afternoon. My name is Nadi Pajama and I work at Tomo Africa as the regional manager for coastal Kenya. I oversee operations and partnership activity at the coastal region. At Tomo Africa, our main mission is to support entrepreneurs from marginalized communities to be able to access resources they need to create sustainable and impactful social ventures. So we support early stage ideas to the scale level with incubation and acceleration services. We also have a component of finance and access to market as well. Our main office is based in Nairobi, Kibra, and we have 3 hubs in central Kenya, and we also have a presence in Western Kenya and Northern Arusha, and of course, at the coastal region, we have a hub. We work alongside the State Department of Youth, where we are hosted at Likoni Youth Empowerment Center. We also have satellite hubs in Kilifi, at the Magarini Youth Empowerment Center, and our work at the coastal region started in 2022, yeah, but particularly in Kilifi, it was last year. I know I'll have a chance to share more about the work that we've done in Kilifi County, including supporting around roughly 90 youth, particularly women with entrepreneurship services. Thank you.
His Excellency Deputy Governor Flora Chibule, all protocol observed, and my fellow panelists, good afternoon. My name is Saul Mwacheda from KCB Bank. I'm a youth here and youthful at heart. Thank you, and I'm glad to be here.
Good afternoon again. I didn't get an opportunity to introduce who we are. So Close the Gap, we're a circular economy company, 20 years in Belgium and now 6 years in East Africa. If you've seen somewhere on your tables, we have a Black Friday offer. So what we provide is infrastructural ICT support. So we have computers, desktops, mobile phones, iPhones, and you can get them at impact prices, not the normal prices you get them at shops. And apart from that, you're also an ESO, so we provide added value to the infrastructure we provide. We are currently based in Mombasa, Ratna Square, Nyali, but we also have training centers in Kilifi, in Kwale, and currently in Ukunda. We work very actively with a partner called Nia Ventures, who are our training partner, and we are more or less a corporate venture fund through what we call the Impact Accelerator. So what we do as Close the Gap is not provide the trainings themselves, but rather provide the access to financing, mentorship and coaching, and business development support for ESOs, for entrepreneurs actually. Thank you.
Madam Deputy Governor, all protocol observed, good afternoon. So my name is Jawad Salim. I represent Risafi App. I'm the marketing director. So our main aim is to connect bridge to our fellow clients to sell their plastic waste for a sustainable solution. So our main aim is creating a softer way to collect plastic waste management, plastic waste, by creating the app, and you register through our app. We send our people to come and collect by creating job opportunities to them. And we are looking forward to work with all of you around here. Thank you.
Thank you. So welcome again to the last round of panelist discussion, and this discussion is going to be anchored around what makes your business investable. So we want the panelists to tell us or prepare us on how we can make our businesses that all types of investors can invest in. And so my first question is going to go to Nicholas Koigu. Kindly tell us what exactly is investment, or who is an investor?
Okay, so that's a very difficult question because we have banks around, we have us around. So for us, an investor is somebody who will give you resources to be able to do whatever you want to do. The first investor is usually a family or a friend or a fool. So if you have those three people, that's your first investor. And now as we come to hold your hand, but it depends. For an investor, you have different types of investors. You have angel investors, you have seed investors, and you have us who are impact investors. Purely is in form of grants, and for us, we give grants based on what you can be able to give us. So any investor is different. You have different types of investors. It can also be your family, but you have to be really there to sell your business to that investor, specifically to that investor. When we tell people to do pitch decks, we tell people to do pitch decks from a point of what type of investor are you looking at. If you're looking at a bank, your pitch deck should be totally different from what you bring at TechnoServe. Because at TechnoServe, I want to know how many young women are you supporting? How many people are you there? That is my main key focus. But for a bank, they want to see the return on investment. And I'll let him speak on that because they're here with us. So if depends with what you want, depends with what you're looking for. You have different types of investors. All these people here are investors, including enterprise support organizations. But different things attract different types of investors. So when you're applying for funding from an investor, get to research them, the way they research you. Once you qualify for due diligence, an investor tells you, we'll come to your ground, we get to know you, see your family, see your house. What about you? Do you go and research about them? Get to know who they are, what they do, what are their values. It's usually the other way around. Then we come tell you your business is not feasible. But then you can also tell us you're not a right investor for me as a business. So investment is wide.
Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. So I hope you are understanding who exactly is supposed to give you money depending on the nature of your business, and also whom you are accessible to or whom you feel safe with your business. So the next question will go to you, Ms. Nadifa.
Yeah, sure.
Kindly tell us, or the audience, what we need to prepare as entrepreneurs before we start to seek investors.
Wow, so that's a great question. As an entrepreneur, before you seek for probably external investment, the first thing should be your own internal investment, but that is personal opinion, because when you're looking out for what other people can bring on the table, Also, you need to check what are you bringing on the table. It can be in form of expertise. Do you have the expertise in whatever you want to venture in? If it can be a tech startup, it can be a waste management business, it can be any other kind of business. But do you have the expertise to run that business successfully? Do you understand the needs, the kind of licenses, the permits, the financial records, and the financial status of that business? So I think that is the first thing I'll ask any entrepreneurs to review first, and the commitment. Yeah, so a lot of times entrepreneurs run, like the earlier panelists share that we have entrepreneurs who run after businesses. The same will say we have entrepreneurs that are always running after investments, and they do not actually sit down and reflect on the progress of the first initial investment, or the capacity of the resources they already have. So after analyzing internally, you identify now the gaps. Where do I need support? It could be you don't actually need financial investment. It could be you need just someone to hold your hand. It can be a mentor, an advisor, to give you the right probably resources or insights on how to navigate around the challenges of running that particular businesses. From that point, now you have ticked all the boxes, including commitment, because that is another place where most entrepreneurs fail terribly. Then you can now say, I'm ready for external investment.
Thank you, Madam Nadifa. To round of applause, please. And my next question goes to KCB. So what happens when an entrepreneur comes to you to look for money? Whose policy do we consider, and are there rooms or circumstances where we can negotiate on those policies to also be lenient on us, or they are rigid?
Okay, I think that is a tough one. But again, for simplicity, so that I can really get down to the youth in this room, I think there's someone who said a quote, there's nothing that cannot be negotiated. But what is important, there's those key things. It's like the basic in lending. When someone is coming for funding, we need to when someone is coming for funding, there are those basic things like, is it a startup? That's the first question. Second, the experience in business that they have been handling. We also check the capacity. But from the point of view, if you can try to dig deep and see in terms of their financial history or bookkeeping, which have been spoken earlier by my other panelists, you can tell for sure this business need a boost to grow somewhere. And from financial perspective, what we normally look at is the stage this person is coming for funding. We do understand business have got different stages in growth. Some will say 6 stages, perhaps some will say 4. Where there is idea come in, then you grow the idea up to the maturity where now you feel this is feasible, and he has tested it and tried it. At that point, any financial institution will hear you and will be more than ready to start. But what I can also say is start. A journey of 1,000 steps starts with the first step. So start no matter how small it is. Let's not go for this idea of you want to do something, you are looking for investment or financing of 10 million. Why can't you start with the 20,000 first so that you gain the experience? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sol. Thank you for that response. And my next question goes to Mr. Kuliga. It is a belief that most investors usually are opportunistic. I don't know whether that is true, but that is the observation that I've heard before, where most entrepreneurs feel that every time they're looking for an investor is also looking on how high they can reap from them. For example, An investor is telling you that I'm giving you an investment capital of maybe 1 million, but I'll be entitled to your turnovers. I don't know if I'm using the right terms. I'll be entitled to maybe 50% of your revenues or your profit for the lifetime of that business. So what should an entrepreneur look into when they want to decide either to go the venture capital way, and what should really guide them in making decision on which type of investor to settle for?
Thank you. I think this again touches to what Mr. Nicholas was saying earlier on in terms of one, the type of investor, and two, the nature of the business. And again, the term itself, it's investment. So you're sowing something so you can actually harvest. So again, yeah, investors are definitely opportunistic. They want to identify where the opportunity is so they can sow a seed and so they can harvest. Again, right back to what Mr. Nicholas said, the type of investor. So if you go for an impact investor, this person cares more about the financial harvest. They also care about the actual environmental and social impact that the business is going to achieve to the people, to the community based around them. This is what we Close the Gap care about by focusing. I think this past year in our impact report, we put close to more than 20 million shillings in startups that are just, collecting plastic waste and turning it into valuable material resources and trying to do something with that. Again, but like if you go to a VC, I would assume that cares only about profit, they would ask you that question, especially when you cannot show them a proof of concept where you've been operating the business and the actually revenues generating. I think that's why they'll put the caveat of either kind of a profit sharing agreement or an entitlement on your revenues. Because again, for them, that's really less about trying to, eat your own business and leave you dry, but more about securing the investment, the seed that they put into your business. And again, and we say this time and time again, as a small business founder, when your business grows and now it's moved from making, 10,000 a month, you're making turnovers of 200 million shillings, you're not going to just leave that capital lying in the business. You also, in the sense, end up becoming an investor, and you want to see the seed that you sow in other businesses produce some type of harvest, produce some type of value. So again, the stereotype behind investors being opportunistic, I don't think that's a right way to approach it. And it's important also, which is what we do at Close the Gap through our Impact Accelerator. First, our mandate is to provide the investment education. Make sure that young people understand what investment means and what it means to their business, for them to be able to think from the investor's mindset, from the investor's perspective. So even before and what we do, we actually put them in front of actual investors, people who are from Europe, and we're trying to change that this year. We're trying to find more local investors that we can put them across. So then they meet this new person whom they don't know but really cares about the impact of their businesses, and then they try to now have that one-on-one discussion. But then mainly it's for them to get that level of exposure, so they understand that investment is not just about an investor trying to just take the opportunity out of the business or trying to make to find value of your efforts of your back. But it should be more of like an aligned, I would say, kind of a partnership going forward. So yeah, just to answer your question, yes, investors are opportunistic and so are entrepreneurs. You're not going to start a business that is not an opportunity, that has no opportunity in the market. You're not going to start a business if it's not going to make you any type of money, right? So again, if the investor is opportunistic and the founder is opportunistic, right? Those are shared passions. So you should be happy together in the room and have conversations about how that shared opportunity, you can actually cultivate it together, so then it grows, and then it also, you pay it forward, it trickles further into the community, and you're able to then now have a thriving, ecosystem of small businesses that are growing and becoming big businesses that are also now creating a network, of entrepreneurs who are successful who can then now go ahead and mentor other upcoming entrepreneurs. So I think the question is really based on the mentality and the approach. But like once you understand that, investment is actually an opportunity for both the entrepreneur and the investor, things become much more easier.
Thank you, Mr. Kuliga. Why are you not clapping? So, please tell me your name.
Jawad Salim.
I can't pronounce that, that is why. But my question goes to you. I understand that you and your colleague, Miriam Kupi, you have a very beautiful, enterprising innovation on waste management, where you have an app where people can kind of order for their waste to be picked up, and then you use those waste to create other usable things like key holders and things like that. So, are you looking for investor?
Yeah. Yes, I'm looking for an investor.
What do you want an investor for?
To promote our business and create to promote our business and give us funding to do more and more to the community.
What more and more?
Creating job opportunities and like reducing effects of plastic waste on the environment.
So you can't do that now?
We are doing it, so we want more push-up.
Or you want to do more production?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can tell us more about how the app operates. Maybe an investor might be here and you'd get an investor to invest in your app.
Okay. So it's an easy step to do. You just go to the website, you write Risafi app, then you register yourself, your region, your number, your whole detail. Then we will schedule a date of the pickup of the waste production. We'll send a collector to collect. Then we're going, as the collector is coming to collect the waste productions, we are paying you for collecting packaging. So for us, we will take the waste management, waste products, we recycle them and do useful things to our environment. We can also sell to other stakeholders. So if you are doing something about plastic, you can buy plastic from us, we sell it to you, and we get the profit.
Wow. Round of applause for that. Thank you. As we complete this session, due to the climate change and the concern that we have now of making impact with everything we want to do, we would want to know who are the available impact investors that you know as panelists and you'd want to share with the audience, where they can go to seek resources, financial resources, or human resource to grow their businesses?
Well, if I'm to start, I would say you can see me. I'm seated right over there. And there's also my colleague in the room, Lillian. She's also over there. You can also see her. Close the Gap with Near Ventures, we are actually impact investors. As I said, this past year we heavily invested in startups that were tackling the plastic waste challenge, both in marine and in landfills. But also we care about circular startups that are in the circular economy, and we also care about startups that are, are supporting this adaptation to climate. And our approach really is to support startups be able to integrate technology in the innovations, so then they can be scalable and they can grow, and also more importantly be sustainable. And we know as it is right now, these changes to climate are actually affecting people who are in the low income areas the most, and people who are in remote areas, because they cannot easily adapt to these adaptations given the cost of resources, and also the information knowledge is not readily available for them on how to sort of like adapt to these adaptations. And so we are very heavily invested in supporting those types of innovations that actually target those markets, those communities, those people. And so yes, please reach out to us. We are on social media, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, whatever. Close the Gap, Kenya. On LinkedIn, let's connect.
Thank you. So the first two are Close the Gap. If you want impact investor, Close the Gap, and Near Ventures. And they've worked with the county before, so you're safe. They are credible partners.
Okay. For me, what I will say, I don't know of any other investor who can invest on climate friendly. Sorry again. What I'll say, I know of KCB, which can do all this, because in your company, right from the startup, yes, what I was saying, in your company, right from the setup, we take care of everything. Remember, KCB Bank, as an organization, is so keen about environmental issues. We are so much committed to ensure that all kind of investment, they are environmental friendly. And this is the reason why this youth entrepreneur who want to venture into business, I know at some point their company will reach to a tunes of millions. Sometimes you're asked to do environmental assessment before you advance that loan. So it means whatever our products are, we make sure that they're environmental friendly, and if need be, we have to justify that the stages taken to cushion against such kind of degradation. However, what I'm saying is not that there are not any other investors. It depends what kind of investment. Because if you come for loan facility, that's part of investment. But when it comes to venture capitalists, I've said I don't know any, but they could be there. But just like SB can take care of your issues as I'm here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think to answer that question, I'd like to share the SOMO financing model. We have different financing models. SOMO Africa, we have grants that you do not need to pay back. We have grant equity, and we have non-commercial loans. All these available financing are at the acceleration level of SOMO Africa programs, and grants are actually available to social innovators, all kinds of social innovators, not only in climate change, but also in other community social issues. Yeah, and we also, the grant equity, I'll not talk more about it because I think for this year we've not done a lot about it. But for non-commercial loans, we have had a lot of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs actually benefiting from the non-commercial loans from the SOMO program. So we actually work with different partners, social impact partners. We have Mukono. I know a few of us might be aware of Mukono and how it works. They fund enterprises in circular economy, and yeah, in circular economy particularly. And we also have Bestseller Foundation. Both of them offer non-commercial loans, so SOMO comes in as the one managing the funds. And of course, because we understand the needs of women and the kind of challenges that they experience while they navigate around running social ventures, we have a fund particularly for women that comes from Standard Chartered Bank. It has been a huge fund that we are actually trying to see how women can use it. And a few women from our program have been able to use these funds. They are actually 0 to low interest. And none of them is actually above 5% interest per annum. So I'd like to just shout out to the women who have benefited to some of the SOMO financial models, including grants and non-commercial loans, to just say hi. You can stand up and wave. Yeah. So those are the women that we have supported, particularly in KILIFI. Just a few representatives. We have a few with disabilities.
persons with disabilities are exhibiting around there. For them, their funds haven't been disbursed because they are just from the recent cohort. So that there's some more financing model. So if you feel like you fall into that category, feel free to reach out. And all those entrepreneurs, some of them are ambassadors of our program. So you can reach out to them, then they'll be able to reach out to us. Thank you.
So I think I'm the only panelist who doesn't do loans. So for us, we do purely grants. We do grants to local partners, and we also do grants to entrepreneurs. So for the grants for the entrepreneurs, we give them as part of, once you've completed our entrepreneurship training for 6 months, we give you in between. We can give you funds to continue entrepreneurship training, or we can give you funds at the end. So I'm in charge of that pool of funds. So we usually have a discussion with you, we agree. You can do your application in Kiswahili, you can do your application in mother tongue. We'll see how we'll get to where you are and see how we can be able to support you. For us, we don't have success in the room, we are the new kids in the block, but we really hope we can be able to partner with as many young people as possible, especially for the vulnerable young women. Other programs that I know about that provide financing is, we have one from Kenya Climate Innovation Center. They are having a SWIFT program within the country, which is an IKEA Foundation funded program for waste. So that should be a really good and exciting program for you guys. I think they have an office in Mtwapa, if I'm not wrong. So you can visit there and see whether you can be able to benefit. They have a sister organization called Kenya Climate Ventures, which also provides now venture capitalist funding for anybody that feels the grant financing is not enough for them. They can go there. Their interest rate is 6% per year. So that should be quite cheap, because I think right now banks are not funding 80, 90, but then they're doing 6%, so it's quite cheap for, and then they give you 6 months grace period for you to be able to implement the funds in your business. So those should be exciting programs for you. I also know one with Equity Foundation. They're implementing with NORAD, which is also in the blue economy space. So if you feel you really need to be able to partner with those organizations, you can always reach out to them. For us, we do not provide loans, but we can give you grants, but you have to go through our proper training process. We have to be able to trust you with the funds. So yeah.
I want to thank my panelists as well, and you too, audience. At least we are living here knowing where the funds are and who is willing to do what. And as well, you also know what you need to do for you to be able to access and utilize these funds. For that reason, without much ado, I'm welcoming Andrew. We should have a photo session as well. And I'm requesting you, if your business or your entrepreneurship or your idea or your innovation has not been designed or curated in a way that somebody can invest in it, this is the opportunity to go back and make sure it is an investable solution, so that by the time you're approaching all the investors that you've been told, you do not have to be returned without money. Thank you so much.
All right, cameraman, let's take a quick photo of them. Camera persons. Sorry. All right.
No, I want to sit katikati.
Good. Thank you very much.
I wanted to help me do the announcements.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are just about to finish. Because of time, we'd like to rush the program. And rush is R-U-S-H.
Tell them that this week you know that, so please do.
We want to rush it as fast as possible. We want to have a session where we would have a youth entrepreneur speech. We will not be able to have that session, but I would like to recognize them. One of them was actually already here, Risafi Up. So if you can be on your feet. All right, so Risafi Up, they have explained to you what they do already, so I don't have to say anything about them. I would like to give a mention to Impatimas Education Investment. Yes, all right. So they offer a funding model for students that are in high school. Parents can save with them, and then parents can get loans from them so they can pay for school fees and pay back the loan later. All right, so that's Impatimas. And then I would also like to recognize Msabaha Artifacts Youth Project. That's Mr. Coconut for you. So Mr. Coconut does coconut value addition. If you have passed by the tents, you have noticed things that have been made from munazi. Not the pombe, na munazi muti. Msiniangalie hivyo. So those things have been made from the coconut, the plant and the other things that come from coconut. Very interesting things, so you can check them out afterwards. Now, because of time, I would like to invite the Deputy Governor here once again. There were certificates that had been prepared for the youth innovators that needed to be given to them. And because she is likely to leave shortly, we would like to take that opportunity to have her give those certificates to the youth innovators that I just mentioned. So, Madam Deputy Governor. Okay, we can be on our feet as she comes, please. Very good. So Impatimas. So we'd like to do this as fast as possible. Camera persons, I hope mmechangamka. All right. Okay, thank you very much. And Waziri Dama would like to join as well. All right, Risafi up. Risafi up. Migas Renewable Energy and Sabaha Artifacts Youth Project, get ready. Migas. And finally, Msabaha Artifacts Youth Project. All the panelists. All the panelists. All the panelists. Najua mmechoka, simameni. All right. So you can just walk to the front. Ushers, nawaona mkikuja muharakishe. Asanteni sana. So we would like to gift you something small for taking the time to come and invest in our youth. All right, panelists, for ease, may I please ask you to just come up on stage? Sorry. Okay, because it's too many of you and the seats are very few. We'll just recognize you one by one as you take your gifts from Waziri. So we can start with Naftali Owino, Chief Officer Youth and Sports. Very good. Camera people. Great. And next we can have Kanundu Ngumbao, the director, Climate Change and Forestry. Kanundu. Okay, looks like Kanundu is not here. We can go to Peter Msuko. Peter Msuko, not here as well. We can go to Jemima Idza. Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jemima, for offering your time. We can go to James Menza. James Menza. Thank you, James. Faith Njeri, County Director, National Government. Asante sana Njeri. And next we can have Laurent Kuliga. Laurent Kuliga. Thank you, Laurent. Nadifa, we can have you next. Nicholas, you can get yourself online. Thank you, Nadifa, in South Africa. That's Nicholas from TechnoServe. Thank you very much. We can have Saul Wacheda from KCB Bank. Thank you for being a good partner. And then we can have the representative of Mariam Kupi. Thank you. And finally, Peter Msuko. Asanteni sana. Wonderful. So I would like to give this microphone to Waziri to make her final and closing remarks for this. And after we finish, Madam DG, if you will allow us, we would like to take a few photos with you, with the youth here before you can leave. And so spare us just a few minutes. I'm sure Waziri will not take so long. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DJ. I know I'm standing in between lunch and the next, so I won't speak much. However, while we were going on with the program, we received a special guest, and I'd like to invite him over to make some few remarks because he is Her Excellency's guest. So, Mr. Boniface, please come and make your remarks.
Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Kilifi County, I will ride on the protocols established before me and very briefly say that we are very honored to be here as partners of Kilifi County. I work for an organization known as ABE Global, based in the UK. We operate in 52 countries worldwide. I'm the regional manager for East Africa. And what we do is to provide training and mentorship based on innovation and entrepreneurship. And we have a very special program for high school students because we believe that that's the age where ideas are yet to be tested by the realities of life. And therefore, we tap into the innovations at that early age. And last year, we managed to train about 450 of them here in Kilifi County. And this year again, we are here, and we will have a repeat of that. And the goal is to be able to establish innovative ideas that can then go into ideation. So actually, in the Kilifi International Conference that is upcoming in December, some of the students will be showcasing the product they have come up with. So we believe that we are positioning them for the world. If you look at the statistics, there's no indications that by 2050, 7 out of 10 people will be living in Africa. All the giant companies in the world are looking at how to tap at the market in Africa. And it has been said that Africa is the place where you would never lack a client for your product or service. It is easier to sell your product in Africa. Therefore, we are positioning these youths for that kind of opportunities. And we normally say that to start a business, you don't need money. You need an idea, and we call it a unique selling point idea. So those are the kind of mentorships we provide to the youths, and we are very happy to partner with the Kilifi County, and big ups to Mama Chibule, as our children normally call her when we are training them, because she has given them this particular opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Boniface. And you can't be here without allowing a youth of this university to say a word. I therefore like to welcome the Pan University student leader to make his few remarks.
Excellency the Deputy Governor, the DVC Research and Extension, and all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Comrades power, comrades business, comrades transact. I'm Samuel Kiama, the Secretary General of Port University student, and a fourth year pursuing Bachelor of Science in Industrial Chemistry, and a resident of Kilifi, specifically Misufini City. And you'll allow me read this on behalf of the students as their spokesperson. It's an honor to stand before you today in this remarkable day, focused on God's potential in business. And the Bible says in 2 John chapter 2, verse 14, that I read to you, youth, because you are strong. So Kogole to our business youth. As young students and comrades, we are not just leaders of tomorrow, but we are partners to the solutions that are required in this nation today. And to quote what Comrade 001 Fikrini Jacob says, that the youth should no longer remain to be mere supporters to our politicians, but partners in the new economic revolutions to bring a change to this country. And in closing, let me remind you of this, that we are not too young to lead, and we are not that inexperienced to bring a change in this country. And we are not small to make a difference. Let's wake up from slumber and bring economic revolution in this country. Asanteni sana, na mama yetu karibu sana. Na mwisho kabisa nikimaliza ya comrade, uniruhusu kidogo kwa sababu nimeona the political wing here. Sisi wanafunzi, we are in dilemma. We pay the school fees to come and learn. And right now, it's a tough time for us. We are not in school, and we are not learning. And it's not our business to know whether the government has money, or that it doesn't have money to pay the lecturers. We have already paid our school fees, and we need to be taught. Tafadhali talk to those government and tell us, we as students who want to be in class. The government, I'm saying the government. We need to be in the class. Na hatutaki maneno mingi sana. Unajua sisi naibu wa gavana, sisi ndio tuna biashara mingi pale Kibaoni. And when you talk of youth in business, tunajua tukifanya maneno 2-3 pale Kibaoni, bado ni sisi tunaumia na tutaki kuumiza biashara zetu. We just need to be in class. Na mwisho kabisa, as unaona wanafunzi wamekaa hapa hivi wako idle. And idle mind is devil's workshop. Lakini kwa comrade, because you are learned, ukikuwa idle you just eat a lot. Na comrades wamekula chakula hata imeisha. Nimeona hapa hivi ukiangalia the iron na kila wakati unaangalia the direction. Si tafadhali si ukiwashughulikia tu kasapa ka leo, watakushukuru sana. Mungu awabariki sana.
Thank you so much. I like the way you can express themselves. That's good. So I wouldn't want to speak much. However, most of us or most tables have this I'm sure you have this on your table. I'd like us to ask ourselves if we've all registered for this conference. There are 3 tiers. There's VIPs, there's exhibitors, and there are those who want to be delegates. The cheapest is 5,000, and I'm sure we can raise that amount between now and 4th if you want to just come and participate as a delegate. For those who want to exhibit, I'm sure you will come to the Department of Trade and Tourism, but this link will guide you. So I'll ask all of us to scan using the QR code and register. Make that commitment so that your business can be felt, seen, heard. And those with new innovative ideas, I'm there to still vet the 2 that I'm going to pay for as a department. So today we learned some things that I want to share. I've learned that we need to live within our means as youth. We need to grow our own ideas and nurture them. We need to brand and keep rebranding ourselves according to the current climate as many times as you can. And finally, clap for others until it's your time to be clapped for. With those few remarks, I want to say thank you, and I want to invite Her Excellency to come and officially make her remarks. Closing remarks, then go for lunch. Thank you. We are finishing. Tunakula tu sahi.
Okay, please have your seats. I want to thank each and every one of you who has made this day a success. That's a hug from me to you. Kama mama inu. And above everything else, I want to mention specifically the partners who've partnered with us today to ensure that we speak into the lives of the youths, of the comrades, of the Gen Zs, so that they have a mind shift, so that they also embrace innovative entrepreneurship skills for future. We have Kenya, Riviera, of course, is KILIFI County. Then we have Somo Africa. Somo Africa. Thank you, Somo Africa. Sote Hub. Close the Gap. Youth Voices and Action Attractive, is it? Initiative. Of course, the host, Pwani University. Swahili Pot, all the way from 001. KCB, our financial partners, and ABE Global. So tuwape makofi yao jamani. Makofi ya Pwani, makofi ya Kilifi ni ya kakimnazi mnazi. Ama wasemaji? Hebu chukua nazi, pluck it, shake it, shake it, break it, break it, break it. Thank you, our dear partners. But then, to ensure that county government was able to be represented here and together because of the International Investment Conference, I want to particularly thank the departments in the county government who are represented here and also who, in one way or another, has made this event a success. The Youth Department, Trade, Tourism and Blue Economy, Energy Department, of course that's for land, urban settlement and energy, the Agriculture Department, Livestock and Blue Economy, ICT Department, Water and Environment Department, Education and ICT, Finance and Economic Planning Department, and finally, Health Department. Matumbo ya dai. Kweli si kweli? I take this opportunity to say a big asante sana na tukutane Vipingo Ridge tarehe 4 mwezi ujao. Sawa sawa? Thank you so much.
Alright, so nimeambiwa matumbo yanadai. Now I would like us to have lunch. Shall we pray for lunch? Alright, let's pray.
Heavenly Father, we are grateful for the opportunity you've given us to gather here as young people and the different stakeholders that have come to point to us so that we can learn and so that we can be equipped to understand the opportunities that we can take advantage of as we build businesses as young people. As we go for our food, Lord, we are grateful that you made the provision, and we'll take it with thanksgiving. This we pray in Jesus' name. All right. Now, as we go for our food, I just would like to tell you a little bit about me and what I do. I run a co-working space in KILIFI. It's somewhere around Mkoroshoni, Merem co-working space. And next year we will be rolling out entrepreneur support programs. So if you're entrepreneurs, please look out on our pages for opportunities that we will be sharing there. I want you also to check out as an opportunity a grant application that's happening. Check out Young Entrepreneurs, 1000youngentrepreneurs.org, 1000youngentrepreneurs.org. They fund startups at idea stage. All right. So thank you very much for listening. This is my first time to MC an event. Yes, first time. Thank you for clapping for me. Thank you. All right, so we can now go and have lunch and enjoy the afternoon. Network, get to meet someone, get a phone number. Wale wenye wamesema wako na pesa wafuate saa hii. This is the time. And we can also have photos. We can have photos as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.